Straight Riffin is filmed in front of a live internet audience.
I am riffing. Mitch is riffing. What more can I say? Straight riffing.
Do you know how fucking desperate I am for some comfort in my life? I need that pillow.
This show is intended for mature audiences only.
I've seen a lot of dicks.
I don't know how much more disgusting this experience could get.
Are you really not having a good time?
I'm having a fantastic time. I just can't believe how disgusting you are.
I kept yelling, I'm not gonna whip my dick out. We talked about that. I'm not gonna do that.
Featuring your host, Mitch Marzoni.
I don't walk around going like, hey, I'm really weird. Look at me, I'm weird. As far as I'm concerned, I'm perfectly normal. It's a litmus test for freaky.
And Teddy Tutson.
I'm a hate mercenary. Yeah.
All right. Hate mercenary.
Hater for hire. Hater for hire. I should put on a disguise.
There are two victimless crimes, all right? One, jerking off when your window's open. Two, necrophilia.
I am confessing to a large-scale crime.
Okay, all right.
now.
Legs akimbo, engaged in sexual discourse.
Come on, man. What kind of guest are you?
It's archived for posterity.
Great internet.
So it'll come back to haunt you every day.
Yikes.
It's time to riff.
That is right, bitches and motherfuckers. It is time to riff the fuck on. It is April 9th, 2012, and I've already forgotten what episode number. 55, I think we're at.
56.
56.
Oh, I wanted it to be the double nickel.
Oh, rats. I'm
double
sorry.
nickel.
I'm sorry.
You
Going
missed it.
55 and a
Missed
54.
it by that.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's go 56 then.
Oh, okay, you can keep going. That was the outtake from 99 Problems. You like that?
Oh, yeah. See, thank you.
Yeah.
I
You're all- yeah.
too focused, man. I'm trying to
That's
fucking
okay.
fix all
That's
this.
good. That's good.
This mixing board is still fucked on me. It's,
Yeah,
it's a little
still
too.
new.
It's
It's
still a little
still-
loud. Anyway, I'm your host, Reverend Mitch. With me, as always, is my co-host, the difficult Brown, Mr. Teddy TMI Tutson. How the fuck are you, sir?
I'm okay, man. I'm here, staring my humanity in the face another day.
I'm your humanity.
No,
You're staring me in the
not-
face right
yeah.
now.
Well,
So,
I
mean,
meant in a very metaphysical,
Right,
not
right.
literally you.
Ah.
You are not my humanity. I
That's
would-
good. I don't want to be that.
Yeah, if that,
Or maybe I do. I don't
I
know.
don't want to do that.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Bring
been
that
a while.
out.
It's been
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm okay, man. I'm good.
I can give you that drop if you need it.
Yeah. No, I do. Maybe a little
Alright,
bit. Maybe a little. Keep it a little. Yeah.
There you go. I also had to test the volume on those
Bad
samples,
Girls
so we're
Club.
okay. All right, rock on then. And our guest this evening, coming to us from places unknown, and I have a lot. You're in the hot seat. You're gonna get some shit tonight about this.
Probably.
Give it up for Mr. Josh Waldron. And
Thanks for
seriously, I
having me.
can't get the. There's
What'd
no.
you- oh,
what
you-
happened to
yeah,
my?
you
Oh,
Damn,
yeah.
son.
See, this
That
is what
was an
happens.
ear
I
assault.
hit the wrong button. You see?
I told you the monster always has to
I'm
clear
sorry,
its
I'm
throat
sorry.
before
Okay.
we speak.
All right.
Where's
Let me do this.
the
I
Jane
got
Gum
this.
voice?
I got this. Josh Waldron. There we go. See, that was-
Is
that was
everyone
all right.
now who's a guest going to be called to the principal's office in Riffopolis?
That's not the principal's office. That's more like starting lineup.
Look, what do you?
Your April 9th, 2012 straight riffing
Wow,
guest,
that does sound pretty
Josh Waldron.
Okay.
Lifetime
Co-hosting
career batting
with
average.
Mitch tonight is Mr. Teddy TMI Tutson.
I'll give you that one.
That did sound really
That's good. That's good. That's
Nice.
You
good.
should apply
I'm
that
feeling
somewhere.
pretty good.
You could have done
All
voiceover
right.
for like Sega Genesis.
Yeah,
basketball games.
seriously.
You could have been good.
Sega Genesis.
Say he's on fire.
Yeah.
He's on fire. I don't actually don't
You
remember
lost
how
me
the guy
on
said
fire.
it.
He's
Yeah.
on. I was right there with you, but
I was
fire.
I literally I
done.
was trying to remember how the guy said it.
They made a video game out of Semi-Pro. You could be the PA announcer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the
It's,
Mighty
the
Ducks.
principal
I wanna
one is a
submit the
little
Mighty
more
Ducks in
like
there.
it has to be fucked up. This is the principal one. Yes, please go to the principal's office. That's gonna, you know. If you
It's the
turn it
first-
down a
I
bit,
feel
it's
like
a
that's
little
more like Metal Factory,
I don't know.
something like that.
Sorry.
Is the first 5 minutes of the show?
Steve lost his arm on the conveyor belt. If you see it, please bring it to the CEO's office. We'll need to reattach it. Remember, Spumco loves you.
That reminded me of Monsters Inc.
I haven't seen.
All right, listen.
That's a good movie.
Every time I do it, you're going to give me something else that I have to
Okay.
reference.
No. I was
And
about to
Teddy's
say,
already worried that I've already overused
the first
it
10
for
minutes
the.
is, I think, had to be carved out for like the next 2 months. Is just Mitch's.
Figuring out the
Mitch
mixer.
has no other time to figure out the mixer except the first 10 minutes of the show. He's got to get it out.
Well, no, that's
just ridiculous.
See, there you go.
Yeah, sorry.
Squeaking in
That
the
sounded
way.
I will
like
put it back.
childhood.
I'll put it back on the echo because Teddy does like to give decrees.
I mean, that is good. We've got that down.
I mean, you know.
I
I
got no
you
decrees
got- you
right
got
now.
no
Teddy's
decrees?
decreed
Okay.
me before.
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
I've been the subject of many.
Should you have a decree at any point,
You've gotta flag him down.
do a
There's like a hand signal.
just one finger up. I have a
Okay.
decree.
All right.
Mr.
Yeah, and
Peter
then I
Griffin.
Yeah.
will queue up the decree sound filter. Anyway, you sir, we have bones to pick with you.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, yeah.
Even though I showed
Tedrick
up
and I.
way on time
No, actually you were. Yeah, that's
with beer
kudos on that.
You
and
get
3
two-
drumsticks that I ate on the way here.
Well, now you got for every 2 bones you lost, 1 bone was put back.
You don't. That's like if you're angry with somebody and they just show up with donuts and you're like, I'm still angry, but thank you for the donuts.
Yeah, right. It's like real tough to be angry in that when you get that charitable gift for somebody.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
you're still very justified.
Listen,
in your anger.
motherfucker, we gotta talk. Thanks for the cupcakes, but we
Right.
still gotta
I think
talk.
I think it's all on like how quick you look at that thing. You know what I mean? If you maintain the glance of somebody, you're like pissed at them for real. But as soon as you're like, are those donuts?
See, that's why you
Yeah,
gotta have
yeah,
a real
yeah.
strong peripheral game. That's why
I got
see
that.
it.
I got that. Yeah.
Mitch is
Yeah.
at the edge of the curve. He just sees fucking just right all out in the wilderness,
Yeah,
Davy
that's right.
Crockett style. He's deep in the peripheral.
So what are these bones?
Hold
Let's
on.
pick these bones. Or got
Wait,
the
is he testing? Are you testing out peripherals right now?
I totally forgot to grab my cigarette.
Oh, okay. All right.
crucial part?
I know it's terribly
I always forget my cigarette.
We'll let the king of the boneyard
All right.
after he comes over here.
That's where elephants go. to die.
Terrible stuff. I know. I'm an unprofessional dick, etc., etc.
Okay.
Blah 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 blah. We've all
sound
heard
You're
it.
unprofessional. I brought Amstel Light and I thought it was Stella until like 30 feet before I walked in the door.
Again, you're doing a terrible job of of like of figuring out what people are angry about. Like I know you guys are so pissed. I brought more beer.
No. I'm still alive, bro.
Is
Come
it
on.
is it really terrible?
Who drank-
I don't know. I'm
No,
not.
he's
I'm
look.
not a
Teddy
beer
didn't
drinker.
even want to pee. I had to sacrifice
You
myself.
know who drinks
It's not bad.
Amstel Light? Terrorists.
Okay, yeah.
And the
That's not the
Dutch.
beer for America.
That's actually the second time I've been called a terrorist in the last 3 days.
Is it
Really?
really?
Yeah.
What's
I-
the other occasion?
I work.
My employment.
Yeah, got called a terrorist, and
That's a federal
ride- I ride-
investigation usually.
I ride my bicycle to work, my KD9,
Oh, that's suspicious.
and
You know who
hey,
rides a
it
bike?
doesn't stop there, my friend.
Terrorists.
I usually wear a
Communist too.
jacket, a PG&E safety vest, to be seen at night in the headlights, a face mask like a
Okay,
motorcyclist would wear.
see, up until that, I was like, sounds pretty normal, but okay.
The face
All
mask
right.
a motorcyclist would wear. Often.
Oh, wait,
those sunglasses
hold
are
on. Now, maybe Teddy's with me on this one. I don't know, but I've never heard what a motorcyclist wears referred to as a face mask. You're thinking of a helmet
No,
with a face shield, or do you?
a helmet
when I
doesn't
think
include just
face
something
mask,
that like slips over. It's like a piece of cloth that only leaves my eyes to see.
That's a ski mask.
Yeah,
bro.
that's right, like
that's
that-
a ski.
I thought a
that's
ski
not
mask
right.
had to be like
That's
thicker
what
and made out of a
cat
different
burglars
material.
use.
yeah, like
Okay, so
How many
something cat
times-
burglar-esque.
wait, how many times, Teddy? have
But
you been,
still-
you've been cruising along and you see someone in a motorcycle wearing like they're gonna
mask-
rob a bank?
It's because of
seen it.
wind. No, like
I've
I
never
wear it
seen it.
because
Never
my,
seen
my
that.
lips.
I've never
You've never
seen
seen
that.
it.
I've
I've
only
never-
seen it on
no, I've
either
never-
bank robbers
hold
or
on.
people on skis.
Wait, can we pull a picture of the ski mask just to confirm? Because I've never seen anyone wear. A
Okay, no,
motorcycle
but
wear-
look
Is
up-
it a real motorcycle?
Why are you calling it out? No, it's a bicycle. I said that.
Oh,
yeah, so
initially.
why are
Oh,
you
bicycle,
wearing that?
bicycle.
Be-
No, my
You guys
bad.
like cut me off and like needed my.
Well, no, I
description
mean
of the-
already it sounds like you're a terrorist. So I mean, do what you got.
Okay, I didn't say it was out of line. I wasn't
no, no, no.
offended by the terrorist
No.
call.
I forgot that we were talking about a bicycle. I thought it was a motorcycle. Also.
See, I
See, now it's
specifically
ridiculous.
said
Right?
bicycle.
No, he did.
And now we have to remind
That's why I was
everybody that it's a-
confused all along.
I got
but-
bicycle out of the way right away, so
Well,
we wouldn't have to mention it again.
Either way.
Yeah. All right.
It
all
is-
right.
it is
And
big-
what
I am
would you
picturing
call
a
this?
very
A
hum-
motorcycle face mask? How would I? What,
Yes, a face mask because it masks your
Motorcycle
face,
face
except for your eyes.
mask. I don't even think.
So wait,
that-
how
is that a
does this
thing?
lead to you with terrorism charges though?
Oh, because also I
Yeah,
have
they-
the
they don't
jacket on,
look-
I have
they-
gloves on, a
they're-
helmet, sunglasses, my safety vest. All you can see is barely my the skin around the sunglasses. And
sound
my
like-
manager was offended that I was terrorizing the guests.
You sound like the
Well,
dudes,
yeah. Well, because I'm looking at. Hold on, I'll show you.
like
Because
the people
what's
who are
hilarious.
like airport.
Let me just
runway
show you- let me just
dudes
show you
who
something
bundled
for-
up.
My face gets cold, my lips get chapped. I don't like it. So it's the obvious.
Let me
solution.
make a
My
solid.
dad had like 3 of them.
Let me to their point.
That's a great-
If you look up on Google Images, you just look up ski mask. I'll show you in a moment. Most of them are just ski masks.
Okay,
and
let's
maybe
see.
the person under is a little scary, and some of them try to look freaky, whatever. All of the motorcycle face masks are just horrific. They're just like just skulls and like a Hannibal Lecter face.
Mine
Like,
says REM.
like intentionally.
I think
the band?
my voice has squeaked twice in the first one.
Wait,
10
is
minutes.
it the
I
band?
think people are
be
intentionally
here for 2
trying to
days
be
more.
Or
frightening with them. That's all I'm saying.
Like rim, like the fucking not like Michael
Okay,
Stipe.
okay.
No, Jesus
Look,
Christ.
look,
no.
look. So these are the ski
Yeah,
masks.
pretty much. Hey.
Oh, them
except-
joints?
except
Wait,
there's no gap.
Hold on,
There's a
hold
gap.
on. You're ruining my point here.
No,
Okay.
Hold on.
What
these
is your
are
point?
these are ski masks, okay? So you see that generally they're just, black. Nothing really going. Sometimes you get a little decorative towards the bottom. Now,
Or an
motorcycle face mask. You ready for all this?
Yes.
It's just horror villains.
I've seen these.
Motorcycle.
I've seen these
You see what I'm
joints
saying?
before.
Like,
Okay, yeah.
Those
I
are
didn't.
like
I didn't
bandits out
realize.
on
what
the
I'm
road,
saying is that speaks
just
to
a
the
bicyclist.
character.
Yeah. But
That
you-
speaks to
you
the
don't have the skull
character
one, though,
of the
right?
No.
people who would wear them.
There's this
you
place
see what I'm
called
saying?
REM, which is like you race
I have
cars.
seen this
REM.
Yeah, that's
not
another
REI.
REM. But it's like you,
Yeah.
you race. It's like an indoor race cart, and they give you these face masks,
Can we
and I
just
utilize it on my
Can
bike.
you just call a spade a spade? You want to look freaky. You want to be like, yeah.
I
I'm
like
kinda
to stare
scared.
down people who are like passing motorists that
Yours
try to
has
cut me
no
off and
Yeah.
just stare them
Yeah.
down without them really ever
So,
knowing.
And
who I
there
am.
you
How
go,
much-
looking
Except for
like
the
a,
guy that wears a vest
looking
and an
like a
apron all over the
terrorist.
place.
How much of your face is covered by the mask?
All right here, and then I.
Is
and
it
then
a
I-
full? Is it a full? Like, are you Mission
it go-
Impossible Ghost
Seriously,
Protocol style?
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
put
yeah.
my
Are you
head.
GI Joe Cobra?
I gotta
Yeah.
put the
Bitch.
headphones on first. That way I can listen to whatever I need, and then it slips
Oh,
right over,
man.
and then the.
So you just
sunglasses.
got eyes
Yeah,
Oh, man.
and then well,
and
the
no design on it. It just says REM. It just seems like you're a really big REM
There's like
fan.
a little monster truck, I think, like decal like
huh.
right here on the neck, and it says something racing or MRI. I don't know. I've never been there. My dad
You
has
don't
been
need
there.
that. Don't be silly. Stop being silly, Josh.
Don't tell me what I need.
Why are you gonna
already.
look like a terrorist? You're
I'm not
scaring
trying
people.
to look like the
Of
terrorist. I'm
course.
telling the lip
course.
problem I told you about.
That's a very
My
rant. That's a
face
very
gets
You
big.
mean oral herpes? Lip problem? You said?
It's not there, the herpes. So
No, it was a Burt's Bees. That was a
Well,
good
it wouldn't be
the-
oral
My
herpes.
face
I
gets
know.
cold. My lips get chapped. I don't like it. Burt's Bees.
seriously,
That's good.
I used to have.
That's a
Burt's
good
Bees.
range of terrorism though that you've had, from bicycling with a vest on to Amstel light purchase.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's a good spectrum. That's
Terrorize.
good spectrum.
I apply it everywhere I can. Try to be terrorizing.
If
I'm just
that's-
at some point, if enough people say a given thing about you, then you have to sort of stop going. Why are people so
Well, the night
blankety
is
blank?
young.
And it becomes about you, right?
Well, not
Okay.
necessarily.
I mean, if enough people
children,
are like,
children can be vicious, bro. Children can.
no,
just
well, I'm
Say
not
what
talking
you
about.
want.
No, I'm talking.
I'm
as
not a
hey,
stupid head.
I'm
as
saying.
my niece would say. She said it a
And I'm not-
1,000 times. I'll never believe it.
And
You
P.S.
would
I don't
never
mean-
take your propaganda.
I don't mean people making a silly joke or
Four
whatever have you.
legs.
Like I'm saying that if enough people are
Stupid
like,
head could be
hey,
very
you know,
serious social injury.
if enough people
Yeah.
are like, hey, you're very quiet, then you can't be like, I'm not quiet, because enough people have told you that you're quiet. Now, if a bunch of people call you a stupid head, well, maybe you are a stupid
Maybe you're not
head.
quiet though. Maybe you just don't like talking around them motherfuckers.
Yeah, the people that
You know
say
what
that
I mean?
go out of their way
yeah,
to
I know a
judge
lot
you.
of times people are like, you're real quiet, and I'm just like, I just don't have much.
You're
to say
not.
right
You're not
now.
a fly.
exactly.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no. I'm talking
Nah.
about like the volume of your voice, the physical.
No, but
like,
when I say it
but
though, I'm
even
like, I
still.
don't have much to say. All right?
I got nothing to say to you, motherfuckers.
Let's go back to that look that we saw you with. In the
Please leave me alone.
I like to speak to all semantical bases I covered.
Yeah. No, what I mean a vast. I'm just talking if 30 different people, both strangers and friends alike, tell you a given thing enough times, you got to be like, well, there might be a nugget of truth here. Yeah.
No, son.
No.
No.
All right. So you guys are just in denial.
Them motherfuckers don't know what they talking
Yeah,
about.
exactly.
All right,
Where
all right.
they been? What's they
What-
cred?
what-
In the streets, running them.
I mean, yes, for the most part, I'm not disputing that if you get a reoccurring thing. I mean, I think everyone
Right.
has.
It's
that
like
weird-
after a certain time, you start to look at yourself and wonder if that is the case. You either change it or you just remain.
But you got to
oblivious.
drill down deep.
Yeah,
I mean, it's,
deep in the cockles.
I'm not
you can't
saying.
Just take
I'm not
the
saying.
bait.
Yeah, you don't just like.
Swallow it.
Yeah, the guy Jack in the Box said, had a funny looking nose, and then a homeless
Because
man.
the flip side of that
you
is
know,
that
a year
you just
ago,
grow up
like,
and was
yeah.
like, you
The guy
no
in the
good, you're nothing, you ain't gonna never
No
be
one ever
nothing.
believes in you.
No one in your
You ain't got no
family is
friends.
any good. You all failures.
You got enough people saying that in your life,
Smell.
really? I mean, anybody. I don't think.
In general.
Where?
Some
No,
people
I'm
receive
saying
that.
like
Where?
that many times. I don't think
America.
Does it
I've.
apply to good things too? Like, oh, you know.
Yeah,
He was a
absolutely.
nice
Oh,
guy.
bro, come
yeah,
on.
absolutely,
Come on, man.
You got to go both ways on it. Look, you can't. It's,
Well,
warm
you can
smile.
gas them up. Yeah, you can do the other thing.
you
where
can't. You can't just
do no wrong.
whatever
That's almost
policy
worse.
you.
So if 50 people tell an ugly chick she's pretty, like eventually she's like, well, I got it going on, right? That's how we solve it.
Well, it depends now, because who uses the word pretty anymore unless they're just trying to be polite?
Okay, insert
pretty's a good
random
word.
compliment here.
I mean, how many times have you been in a bar and you hit your friend and hey, check out that girl, she's pretty.
Maybe motherfuckers don't got a good vernacular no more.
No,
yeah,
no,
what
I'm
bars
not
are
even
you
talking
going
about.
to? You can't use the word pretty.
I don't use.
God, look
I
at her
use,
tits, huh? Is that what you're
No,
saying
no.
to your friends? Look at them shaking in my face.
No, you know what? Pretty and attractive are safe. Safe to use. I don't want to say safe words because
Okay.
that's a totally different thing. But I'm saying they're safe to use. You can use pretty, cute, and attractive, and it means nothing. You know what I'm saying? You could say, "Hey, yeah, that woman's very attractive," and nobody thinks you're gonna go over there and like fuck her in the mouth necessarily.
Damn, that's a
Right?
crucial A to B for you.
Well, it is. Now,
sure a lot
if
of
you're
people
sitting
go to
there,
that.
if
You know,
you're
I
sitting
thought he
there-
might have bought her a drink or maybe
Yeah,
just
right.
shake a
There would have been
hand.
some sort of introduction.
I don't mean
Some
against
level
her
of
will.
mild
I'm not saying
harassment.
I'm not saying that's gonna be your opener. I'm just saying in general that doesn't imply that ideally
baby?
in your head you would
Yeah.
Yo,
you
baby,
would
I
like
love you.
that. You see,
Are you aware with step 2? Because
listen,
I'm already there.
you're taking it too far.
No.
All right,
Oh,
listen.
am
I have 2 nieces. All right, I've talked about this before. I have 2 nieces. They're I don't know, 13 and 12, I think. Right now. If I see a photo of them for their school picture, I can say they look very pretty in that photo,
Okay.
right? And that's not creepy. I'm
So
an
you're
uncle.
attracted
It's
to your
very
nieces.
quickly it can very quickly get creepy
I
as
don't
an
know,
uncle if I
because
say.
after my
I get it. So what
Thank you,
what
Teddy.
you're saying. So
I'm sorry
like,
that John.
no.
Listen, I'm sorry. Just real quick, nothing gets under my skin like that makes me feel like just gross in general. Than even jokes about any sort of sexual attraction to my nieces. Just it's a weird. Sorry. Anyway,
I thought
go
he was
ahead.
going to end that with like people like you. I was like, oh, shit.
No,
where's
just when you're like, just even making the joke, I'm just like, I can't even
No,
reference
but
it.
I feel
can't
like
even,
so. What I feel like what you're trying to get
grosses
at
me
here
out.
is the difference in like a word such as gorgeous, for instance.
Okay,
if
yeah,
you were
exactly.
at a bar
Yeah, yeah.
with your friends
Sure.
and you say
I think
that
we-
woman is gorgeous,
Mm-hmm.
that's a game changer. Then all of a sudden they're like, oh shit.
We all got.
But if you're like, oh, she's pretty.
Yeah,
They're not, they,
right,
they might
right.
be like, oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
I
I'm
might
gonna
take
look for the
I might
gorgeous
take a
one.
gander,
Thank you.
but I'm
Yeah,
not gonna be.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not gonna
yeah.
be compelled. You know,
An ugly chick did not hear from 50 different people that she was
if
gorgeous.
you're like, she has
okay?
amazing. Her pulchritude is
Right.
amazing. They'd be like, what? What's
Going back to the
Pulchritude?
pulchritude,
Boom, did it.
bringing the
Run,
pulchritude back,
hell,
you son of a bitch.
that.
Good times. What I'm saying, so to your point, if an ugly girl heard 50 times that she was gorgeous, yeah, then she's not an ugly girl.
okay.
No, I mean, again, though, I've watched a lot of Melrose Place recently, so maybe it's a cruel trap.
That's but
It was
that's
a while ago for
we
me.
can't bring TV drama into this.
Or
I'm
can
talking about
we
reality. I'm
bring
talking about actual real life.
reality
Real
into
life.
TV
Well,
dramas.
You can't do that.
On
No.
Twitter, everybody tells Snooki she's pretty, and she's like really starting to go for it.
Where are you getting the idea that anybody's ever told Snooki she's pretty
She
on Twitter?
retweets him. They're like, "Girl, you so pretty," and she goes,
mean,
"Oh,
you know,
I
Mitch,
know."
Again,
tweet-
that's
Twitter's
that's
gonna
not.
tweet, Mitch. Twitter's gonna tweet. You can't tell me
got, like-
Twitter's
You
not
cannot
reality.
stop a
And
tweeter
that's-
from tweeting.
And that's 3 or 4 million.
Tweeters be tweeting.
Yeah, exactly.
There's not 4 million people.
We got a blue
hold
screen
on,
there.
just
Okay.
don't pay any attention to tech errors.
You mean
okay?
Snooki got 4 million followers? You love it.
No. What I'm saying,
bet it's over
4
1
million
million.
people did not tell Snooki, "Hey, girl, you pretty."
Oh, over the course of her life.
Okay, maybe one or
believe
two
it.
a day
I believe
out
it.
of that 4 million, and that's why she retweets them. But if 4 million people were telling her that, first off, well, she wouldn't
What
look like
about-
Snooki. And for
She actually
twosies,
is
about
looked
she
a
wouldn't
little
shady
bit
retweet
better
the
from
shit.
season 1.
What about
Listen,
shady
I know.
industry types trying to gas her up
Yeah.
so they keep dollars
Yeah.
rolling in?
Yeah.
So you can't
Yeah.
discount that. All of a sudden,
Work it, girl.
we're
That
dealing
kind of
with
shit.
like
yeah.
steroid type numbers. Okay.
You guys,
Mark
I mean,
McGuire
I swear to
of
God,
reality TV.
it
She
is-
got 4.8 million followers, son. 4.8 million.
That's enough.
So you know you're
That's
ugly
big.
if you
Oh
only
my
get to
God. She
retweet
only
once a
followed-
day if
she's
there's a
following
pretty.
192 people.
What a
That shit is
bitch.
just
Get that
ridiculous.
ratio up. See, that's how you know you're someone. Is it? I follow 400 people and I have 110 followers, most of which are like porn
No,
advertisers.
see, you
and are
should
like, "Find a
never.
date."
You're making a very bad mistake, sir. You always want your people following you count to be higher than the people you're
But I
following.
follow a lot of like NBA players and athletes. I follow a lot of people.
Yeah,
so
I
I'm
know.
trying
You
to see
got to
what's up
wait
with
until
it.
your numbers get up to start following that many people. That looks
not
bad.
gonna
You
close
can't just be the
myself off,
dude
though.
following people that don't give
Yeah.
a fuck about you. Yeah.
That's loser talk.
No.
Josh,
What
that's
actually-
that's
What
what
a
losers
negative
do.
way to take it. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's
No.
terrible.
Meanwhile,
No,
the guy
terrible.
with like 6 followers and follows like 1,000 has just committed suicide. Just
Yeah,
because of you
he
guys.
should, fucking loser. What are you doing
No,
following all
Mitch-
those people?
Mitch just alienated
Who-
like
it's like a
like
place
the
for
entire-
information. That's
the
what I used to
entire
No, look,
follow a
other
lot of
half-
Hold on,
news.
hold on. Let me put it this way.
The other half of
there
the
are
Twitter
certain
sphere.
things.
Women with bikinis on.
There are certain things.
Oh, come on now.
There are certain things I feel like in
It's
this.
just like 4.
I feel there's certain things in his life that I feel like if you do them, you are sending out a signal that maybe you shouldn't be treated specially.
How do we know
one of
everyone's
those?
looking
Shut
for
the
that
fuck
signal,
up
though?
for a moment, because this is the second time I'm trying to make a point, and you guys are gonna pick this one apart, and it won't even work anymore.
Yeah,
But-
you're right.
All right. First off, one of them, yeah, is the Twitter thing. Another one, any
Watch
sort
it
of
go.
pre-order line.
talking
That's for losers.
Pre-order what?
Anything? Any of those like, hey, and the new iPad's out, right?
Pre-order.
And you're standing in the
What-
fucking camping
what
outline.
I pre-order a heart transplant, son. You like,
No,
oh,
no,
you
no,
got
no,
a
no,
heart
no, no,
transplant,
no.
You a
That's a
bitch.
list.
You
That's a
bitch.
list.
It's
a
a
list is not a
pre-order
line.
list.
That's
They're
a
standing
list.
in line.
No.
Yeah.
I'm talking.
Technic-
I would be standing in
Metaphysically,
line
they're
if I
standing
didn't
in
need a
line.
heart.
Motherfuckers are not listening.
In a bed
I'm
somewhere.
I'm talking about the people who camp out for like new products or movies and shit like that because they
I
want to
would
see
camp
the
out
thing.
for a
My
living.
dad camped out for the first PlayStation 2 in our town. It's one of the greatest memories of my life. So I support camping
Yeah,
out
well,
in lines.
I'm just saying,
iPhone 2s.
people will not give you special treatment for that because you're saying I'm one of these fuckers in this line. Another thing I don't do until last week.
But you could get special treatment from the people.
Until,
in
well, I'm
line.
sorry, 2 weeks ago. Until 2 weeks ago, another thing I never did is I never took part in a protest because I don't want to be part of any group. I'm an individual. I don't stand for any. I don't want to feel like I'm supporting any movement because then, and you know, movements are finicky. They could go this way or that way, and now you're associated, and you have to be like, no, listen. I mean, Nathan Bedford Forrest had nothing to do with a racist KKK.
Hey,
He was on Neighborhood Watch.
yo.
But
All
I'm just saying, you know.
Yo, don't even bring Forrest into this, son.
I have
just
no
saying.
That's a
idea
poor
what that
example,
is,
B.
but I do
No,
support the
because as soon
hiking
as they were
movement.
like, "Hey, we got to run these black folks out," Nathan Bedford Forrest was like, "All right, man, that's all on you. I'm out." Right?
Yeah.
But people associate
No,
him
son.
with the
That was
racist
Nathan, though.
character.
Nathan's always
Forrest,
standing up
Forrest
for
was on
himself.
some. Forrest was on some.
Like, I mean, back then, being racist
No,
was
son,
you know,
Forrest-
tipping your cap,
the
and it
poor-
was
It's a poor hat to hang on.
hop, skipping it. Just saying.
I get your point, but he's a
You
bad.
get-
example.
okay,
He's a bad historical example.
Well, let's say as soon as they
Terrible.
started getting violent. Thankfully, in this case, in this protest, there was no group. It was just, hey, we as a people are doing this. And I thought, well, I haven't been to a protest in a while. I'll take a look.
Yeah.
And I really
Do you
just
like
wanted.
have protests? You're like, oh, maybe you can still.
No,
do it.
no, I just was walking with them, just kind of, taking mental notes. And then we got to the end of the thing, and that's
Started
when I
taking their clothes
realized
off and shit.
that I was like literally standing on the
gasoline on each other.
steps of City Hall during a chant.
Wow.
And I was like, oh fuck, I've become part of this.
What
And
was the
So
chant?
then I started to chant.
Did you
with
chant?
him. Yeah, I had to chant.
Nice.
I was like, well, now I'm on the steps, and there's like 5 TV cameras.
Was there like a chick there
and I
that
was like,
you were
oh,
chanting
fuck.
with?
No,
or-
no,
Oh.
I went
Not
for
everything
Teddy.
is
I
a
went for
damn
Teddy.
Romantic comedy waiting to happen.
I went
I
for
didn't
Teddy. I went for
remember-
Teddy.
Oh yeah, right.
I did. I'm not being facetious
You
here.
subbed in for him. He couldn't protest that day.
No.
No, I'm saying I went. Like Teddy was like, "Hey, we're gonna go to this Trayvon Martin march."
Ah.
It was not a
Oh,
protest.
yeah,
To
no,
be
no,
fair,
no,
it's not
no,
really
no.
a protest, more of a march, a
Okay,
support
that
march.
changes everything.
And he's like, "I can't do the podcast. I'm gonna go to this Trayvon Martin march." And I thought, like, well, have fun with that. And he was like, "You should go." And then I was like, "Oh fuck, am I an asshole if I don't go?" And I thought I probably am. So I go, and Teddy didn't even show up. motherfucker.
You're an asshole if you're straight up offered,
so I was there.
especially by a
I
black
marched
person,
the
to
whole
go to the
time.
Trayvon March and you just say no. Like, even
Yeah.
if you do support it,
It would be different if it was just we were just buddies.
If-
but it's like, hey, I can't do the thing that you and I do together every Monday night because I'm doing this
Bus.
other
'Cause
thing.
I can't
and
even
PS,
think of an
and
excuse
PS,
why it
you
would
should
be
go
free.
too. And I was like, oh, he asked. And I was like, oh, I got
my
nothing.
My bus situation.
I totally don't do that
By
otherwise.
the time we were like,
Yeah.
it had dissipated very quickly. Didn't
Oh.
last.
Yeah.
Thought it was gonna be a little bit long lasting affair.
No, it was very short.
Did you wear a hoodie?
Yeah, absolutely. I did. I wore my
Nice.
hoodie. That's right.
I don't think
yeah.
I've worn a hood since this whole stuff went down, but I still
Found
support
some
it.
hoodies.
I mean, to be fair, it's not really hoodie weather anymore.
Yeah,
You lied.
it was tough.
Yeah, you wearing hoodies?
I had
It's
a hat
always
earlier.
hoodies. It's always hoodie
I had a hat
weather in the
now.
hood. Put that on the board.
Please do. While I pick some bones with Josh.
We
Oh, yeah, the bones,
circle
the lovely
Them
bones.
bones
Been
gone.
waiting.
You motherfucker,
Yeah.
sort of a source of legend in a sense. When we
Nice.
talk about people disappearing or moving,
Oh, that's not
almost
the
without
legend I
fail,
wanted to
somebody will go, yeah, like what the fuck with Josh Waldron? And I have to say, I know what the fuck, right?
What the
And the
fuck with
problem
Josh
is
Waldron?
that when you are there as a representative to say, here's what the fuck.
Here's what the fuck.
Here, in fact, is the fuck of what. What happens is all you get is hearsay and a lot of rumors.
Okay.
So everybody's got a different story, which is
Nice.
not cool. And you didn't let anyone know.
That
you
was the
just,
point.
You
I-
just that's fuck. You
I
don't
wanted
do
to
that.
dip
Look,
out and
you
then-
either dip out and never come back, or you let everybody know what's going on. This half-ass shit. No, this is no good.
You're calling it out like I'm coming back. Like, don't you worry, Mitch.
No,
I'll
but
be
you
back.
didn't
Have
tell
you
anybody.
never seen a Western before?
You don't do
You
that.
don't just
you
saddle
don't
up.
do that. You gotta let people know.
I
Here's
mean,
what I'm doing.
Anybody who like I would talk to me about it, I would let them know I was coming back. But if we didn't get into it, then I just didn't bring it up.
I'm saying prior to your
I know, yeah,
departure,
I'm down with that,
you
too.
see, like you come on the podcast and say, "Hey, sorry to interrupt. Just letting y'all know, ducking out for a few.
I should've.
Here's the official story." And we have a Skype line you can call 24 hours a day and
Oh,
leave
man.
a voicemail.
I
So
may
in
do
the
that
future,
yeah,
you should.
totally.
You can just leave a
Turn it
voicemail.
in. You should. Anytime that
And
you just
say,
need
hey.
to get something off your chest now, you were just gonna have like
Yeah.
18 voicemails from Josh.
I
on
hope that
Skype.
it has like.
guys, I'm drunk.
Hope it
I
doesn't
love
have
you
a, yeah,
guys.
a limit
Also,
because I got a lot of shit to say. Sometimes.
Also, I never told anybody this, but I'm a big fan of My Little Pony. You know, I thought that had a pretty good
Well,
message.
that's on
All
my
right,
Facebook
I'll check you guys
profile,
later.
So
Click.
that's not something I would
That's
admit.
fair.
later
That's fair.
when I'm drunk.
Sometimes at night I cry.
I share that
I
with
cry
the world
myself
all
to
the
sleep.
I liked it the other day on
Yeah.
Facebook. You know,
You
that's
guys-
like there for everybody to see. Job employers.
All right, fair enough. Anyway, what the fuck is now the question.
Okay, so what the fuck?
So that was the bone. Now is the picking.
Well, I'll pick
What
away.
in the fuck?
Straight
What
picking.
happened?
Making
straight
moves.
picking. Yeah, straight picking
got
of
into
bones.
well, actually the reason I'm here this couple days.
I don't want to hear about this. We're
Well, no,
going through
it's
the
connected.
timeline.
It's
Let's-
connected.
Okay,
Thank
fine.
you,
Let's do
Jay.
it.
Oh my god, talking about
can't-
shit.
I wanted to hear the
Dude,
history.
that was an instant shit. Like you were, as soon as I said something, you pulled the lever and then.
No,
the
it's
trap
like,
door-
no,
You know,
'cause you gotta
know
go-
what that was, bitch. You like watching a movie and they're like, well, to understand how this story begins, we need
No.
to start with how it ends. You're like, I don't give a fuck.
I want to
about
be
that.
at minute 40.
I want to be where I want to be.
No, it's fine to be like, you could start off a thing with like, hey, this guy just got shot in the leg
Started with
by
Halo,
a
for
3-year-old. To explain why that happened, that's fine. I can do that. But when I ask you for the history and you go, well, actually, why I'm here today is, see, that's not
Okay,
going to work.
I understand
for
what
me.
that would
All
have
right,
said
so
to
go
you.
ahead,
but-
go ahead,
It's
go ahead.
yeah,
All
it's
right.
all.
You gotta get a boomerang.
It's all gonna get
Let's
in
do
there.
it. All right, I'll let you go
Throw it on the wall,
uninterrupted.
see if it sticks. So tomorrow I have a court date with Superior Court because, as per usual, every couple years in my life, I get in trouble with my vehicle, like just some DUI, driving without a license, those kind of things, and I just let it slide for too long, and I had some other bills that I knew I wouldn't be able to re-up on.
Got a couple past due bills. I won't get specific.
Yeah, exactly. So I knew I wasn't be able to catch up on them all, get my license back and all that, with all the bills of still living here. So I went back with the parents.
Okay.
And I work a couple jobs and
Let
soon
your
as-
credit just go to shit.
no, I'm paying it. That's
Okay.
that's the whole reason is
Okay.
no bill. Well, it's a little bills. My dad charged me $200 a month. I'll sneak that in there.
Yeah. You know, just
you
for
know.
living allowance.
Yo,
and
I don't
shit.
live with them. They live with me. all right?
I eat a lot of
Want that on the
burritos.
record.
Forget to let the dogs in sometimes. Rent goes up. But so I'm just
system.
I've already got like half of it paid off. I've got the court date to try to get a little more of it paid off, and as soon
Okay.
as I get that done, then get the car, it'll be saving to have a nice little nesty before I move back.
It's good
Yeah.
stuff.
How's the building of the nesty going? You pretty
Well,
good
I'm
at that
still
stuff?
I am good at that stuff because I seriously sit in my home and watch Netflix all day if
Right,
I'm not
okay.
working,
It's a good
or go to
feeling.
the gym, play some
I've been,
basketball.
I'm there now a little bit.
Yeah, hitting up Netflix and the BitTorrent.
Yeah.
So it's getting the goal right now is getting the license back. The goal after that is buying the car, and the goal after that is the nesting. And the goal overall is to be back at the same weekend that I moved to NorCal, which was the last Thanksgiving weekend, December 1st. I want to be.
Can
moved
I
back.
get can I now when you say buy a car, are you planning to like finance one, or are you planning to like go and hey, you got a Corolla for $1,000?
Oh yeah, I plan on saving just a couple thousand, 3,000-4,000, and finding maybe
You know, buy a fugitive mobile.
late 90s or what, fugitive mobile?
Yeah.
A police
If I
car?
may.
No, I mean like what? No, not a police car. I mean one of them joints by a gas station with just
Oh,
like a
probably
price on
something
it.
like that. Go to an
The
auction
price
or
on it,
something
you
like
just
that.
call a number with a price. You're like, I got it.
Like 1999 to
No,
2003
if I may,
car.
I would greatly suggest that instead of doing that, that you instead go to like a good used car dealership and you put down $1,000.
It's
on a
minimize the
$4,000.
payments.
Well,
Put
no,
down
but no, I'm saying you get a
maybe.
4,000.
Hey,
Hold on, hear
all
me out.
options. I'm
Listen,
hearing you
I know
out.
shit. If you go find yourself a $5,000 anything, and anything made like post 2000 is going to be a great car anyway.
Right.
So you find a relatively low mileage for about 5K anything. You put 1,000 down. $4,000 to finance over, let's say, 36 months is squat. Even if your credit is shot to shit, we're talking about like squat. So that's what then you build your credit up and save that extra 3,000 or 4,000 that you were gonna put to buy some piece of shit that you're gonna spend a lot of money in an auto repair shop on. Because we have a lemon law here, so you don't have to worry about that so much when you just when you finance a car.
Right.
If it's a lemon, you're fucking great. But what I'm saying is, then you have all that money. You use that to move into a place because the moving is always what fucks you.
Well,
After that, you're good.
I'm definitely considering all
know
options, so I
some stuff.
appreciate
Who knew
that.
you were such a
Mitch.
fucking actuary.
Seriously.
I know some stuff. I'm terrible, admittedly. I'm terrible at like building a giant bucket of cash.
Okay.
And going, okay, I've done it. I've gotten to my goal and like going, but I'm pretty goddamn awesome at handling that which I have to pay out.
Nice.
So I try
I'm
to
not
like.
the best at that. That actually was what got me back then. in the
That's
first
why I'm
place,
trying
so.
to
I
see.
am tremendous
See if you can
at
do that, building
building a
up the
large bucket of
nesties,
cash.
which is way more important, really, because
Right.
that's going to help you a lot more in
That is
life.
not true.
You also need to get good at this bills.
Should I tip you for this? This is
No,
great.
no,
Like,
no.
I
This is for
appreciate-
everybody at home.
I'll listen to you forever.
So you
Mitch.
you left on account of all that.
Z.
Rich
Yeah.
dad, poor dad, turning it.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
the telecast. But yeah, moved back because of that, and yeah, just no car,
Are you-
trouble with the law.
Are
I
you?
understand.
bills.
I was in that position not 2 years ago. The exact same position. No car.
But again, it
my
should-
license was suspended. I had all kinds of bills to the DMV people. I was owing money out the WA. And now I'm all clear.
Yeah, I'm looking to get there, and then yeah,
So-
like I said, the goal is hopefully
Did you
did
you have did you just like sell your car? Did you have a repo? What's the deal?
Oh man, see this is.
I had mine
this is where
repoed,
Josh
so
has
I'm
to
just-
build
I'm
on
just-
the responsibility scale. I when
Left
I first
it.
when I first it's when I first moved here. You have to have insurance attached to your license for like X amount of years after you get a DUI.
Yeah.
And
I have that.
When I first
I don't
moved
have a
here,
DUI, but
there
I do
was
have that
some
law.
miscommunications. I didn't get the money to pay for the insurance transferred to the right bank account.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually my license was canceled. I didn't even know. And then
Same thing happened to me.
Some prankster on New Year's Eve, probably 2008, decided to, I think he maybe trying to break into the car, bashed the windshield, didn't get in. And then, I didn't have money to pay for it, and I was still a dumbass trying to drive around because I was too lazy to bus or bike or something. And I eventually got pulled over, and he's like, dude, your license is suspended. And after that, it was no car. And eventually that just went to the tow yard. And after the 30 days, it was going to be more than the car was probably worth to pay for it after the 30 days because it has to be towed for 30 days. It's like $2,000 to get it out.
Yeah. No, I had that same thing. My car was repoed, and I canceled my insurance, but I was not aware that I needed to keep it attached to my license because
Yeah.
I got into an accident without insurance years back. So it's a weird thing attaching insurance to your driver's license, and they don't tell you. They don't, nobody know. You don't until one day you get in trouble and somebody goes, "Oh, by the way, this is no longer good. It hasn't been for a while." I had to take the damn driver's test again. This is some like high school fucking drama shit. I had a date with this girl I was trying to get a date with for like 5 years, and I had a date, and I was like, okay, I got to take the driver's test so I can get my license, so I can go rent a car, and we can go on this date this weekend. And I failed the damn test. Then I
Sucks.
actually read the book and went back.
And
that
then he
mo-
pierced both
that
of his eyebrows
Tuesday,
and dyed his hair
then-
black. And the
California has
No,
this
this was like a year ago. This is not this is not when I was in high school. This is like just a year or two ago.
4 days prior. I was at the
I have the
DMV.
receipt.
So you're planning to head back.
Oh, of
Don't do
course.
this disappearing shit. That's
Oh,
not good for anybody.
Well, I'm back now. You know, I had
well,
to
not
find
really.
myself
You're visiting. You're not really
back at the
back.
home
I mean,
front.
you know.
You know, you got to build up a little momentum. That's
Yeah,
all right,
seriously,
dude.
that's what it was all about.
I
I
appreciate it.
How is it
Good.
with being
There was the bone that was picked.
with your
Okay.
parentals?
it is a hoot. I mean,
That was a hoot and a holler.
they still have like the ability to make. I just feel like a kid. It's like Josh, you know, we don't ask for much, but you couldn't let the dogs in just because you weren't there for the purchase, or you couldn't take out the trash. Like
What's
they're always still
what's your
cracking
biggest
down.
what's your biggest chafe, I guess, with being back at, like, you've had independence, you know,
Right.
you've tasted that sweet autonomy,
Mm.
and now
And
you
it is like nectar.
and now you're back
It is.
under the yoke of parental. You know, and,
All right.
so what?
That's a
what-
weird transforming egg. Let me just put that
Yeah.
out there now. All right.
Yeah, no, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So what
Well,
is
my
it?
parents are super cool. My dad,
Mm-hmm.
Forrest, he's 50-year-old version of me, still watching Family Guy on Archer, movies with his wife. That's about it. Marilee is her name. She's great. We got the 2 dogs, Bonnie and Clyde, causing trouble all around the house. And I eat a lot of Denison's chili, microwave burritos. Cherry
Are you
turnovers.
familiar with this chili?
I've never.
You did a
I've
little bit.
no,
ahead,
not
and
really.
like,
I was double
yeah.
checking. You made me feel like a crazy person, but no, I
No, I've
wouldn't say
never-
go ahead. I was talking about a different kind of yolk, by the way. Go ahead.
YOKE.
Yeah.
You waited a
Okay.
while to bring
That's
that back
fair.
up. You
I was
wanted
in
to
my
make
head. I was
sure that
thinking of
we-
like
yeah,
egg yolk, and I
yeah.
was like, man, that'd
Well, I
be
would
crazy
feel
for
like
an
crazy
egg to get
person,
back
that's
back in the
So
yolk.
wait, chili is gross, by the way. Chili is one of the grossest foods in the world. This shit is
Well, I eat a lot
aesthetically
of
the
it.
most unappealing thing in the world. It's
You-
very
you
Well,
say
it's,
there's
it's
coming
chili.
with
It's chili
I'm
con
sure it's very
carne, so
delicious.
I don't know if that
With
like,
the
makes a
experience
total
coming from
difference.
the south and everything, really?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so I've
Where
had a
chili
lifetime
is
of
like
looking
where
at
it's-
chili. I've had a lifetime of being like, that shit is gross, son.
Oh no, I
It's
can't.
just
I
That's too
cannot.
bad.
I cannot.
Chili is
I
the
can't get on
definitive
board with
food
you. No.
that when I look
Cannot
at
get
it,
on
it's
board.
Did you
so
put cheddar cheese and sour
unattractive.
cream on it?
Yeah,
No.
it's so aesthetically
hot dogs in it? I used to do
unappealing.
that.
Okay, admittedly,
I can't even
aesthetically,
get past the mental to eat it. Do you know what I mean?
but you have eaten it, yeah.
Are there
Yeah, I
other
tasted
foods
it,
that
it's
don't
just
look
gross,
right?
son,
So
it's
you're like, you
gross.
know what? I'm not eating
plenty
that.
of things.
Let's-
You know
what
what? You
else?
know
What do
what?
you
Here's
think?
the thing about chili. Chili is like
Guacamole
you
falls
gotta.
right off it.
Chili is.
I don't like
You
guacamole.
can't just look at it. You can't be like, I'm gonna have.
Well,
you gotta
that's
just.
not, that does
once
not
you
do
start,
any favors
once
for
you
food.
start,
You know what I mean? You
once
can't
you
defend
start
a food
diving in though, chili has got like it
No,
does something.
son.
It's all. Oh, you want more? Like,
No.
and then before you even know
No.
it, you just finished off a
Look
whole
at it.
bowl, and you're like,
Look at a
I need
bowl
more.
of chili. It's just so when you
Beans,
look at it,
shredded beef,
Oh
it
yeah.
feels
bean
Count me in.
sauce.
Oh,
I throw
yeah,
cheese in
absolutely.
there.
Like the
a
yolk.
little bit of
Fuck yeah.
sour
You
cream.
gotta
of
put some. You
oppression.
gotta put some fucking cheese along the
Dude,
top.
I throw
Oh,
down
dude,
cheese on
I
my
fucking
chili.
love
Like
the
my
shit
dad,
out of some chili.
You
I
sound like
do. I
that
do.
shit sounds. That's so.
Oh.
It's so
I just can't
not
believe
good.
you're so against it.
It's not good.
Like that against
Well,
it.
you know, I'm real. Now,
Are you
I,
traumatized by chilitized?
I
What,
had
'cause
a
he's
bad
black? Is that what this-
experience. I'm not really
I'm
a
sorry.
big fan
Chili,
though.
chili slapped you as a
though,
child.
You know, soup and broth, all those.
I was
things,
going to the
you know,
store and chili
His,
kicked me in the
his
nuts.
date with the
Yeah,
woman
his soup.
went a little different because of his chili experience.
Yeah. Do that shit against the wall. So how dare you take me to Denny's? Well, man,
Well, yeah, Denny's has shitty
Sizzler
chili.
was
I'm
my
talking about
choice.
like some, some
ain't
good
nowhere
home
got
chili.
no good chili. You lying?
Man, if you
you
make
ain't never
some-
ate no Dr.
Denison's,
Martin Luther
dude.
chili.
Denison's from like Rayleigh's or Rouse, like wherever you want to get it, it's gonna be good.
You
Con
just-
carne, it's the
It
con
just
carne. You
sounds
have
like you're
that?
naming small liberal arts universities. They don't sound like chili places.
The Denisons.
What about stag chili or whatever?
Whatever.
What's
Hey,
that one, right?
You just
Is
can't
that the one?
remember.
Listen,
The big ass
I
jar.
don't. Chili
My
is
mom-
one of those food. I just can't, man.
My mom
it's not
comes
good.
home with
Really?
Sloppy
Dennison's.
Joe's,
I
same
eat
thing.
Dennison's.
Sloppy Joe's, Sloppy Joe's.
And
just
Tillamook
like-
cheese.
Well, that's with sloppy joes is just chili on bun.
Well, I rest my case.
I mean, again, sloppy joes. That's the problem with sloppy joes. Sloppy joes are delicious,
are good, too.
but they're fucking impossible
I
to
haven't
eat
had one in a
without looking
while.
like a goddamn pig. Sloppy joes are great single guy in his apartment food, but they are not fit for public
cut it into
consumption.
little slices.
Respectable
you'd be fine.
society, I
You
believe.
even in little slices, as you cut, the thing just starts spewing out the sides.
But it
It's
doesn't have to get all
just-
your face. You can scoop that with a
Again, you,
spoon.
then you run out
So
of
many
bun.
steps.
Then you run out of bun. That's all
Not if
the
you
other-
buy
yeah,
a lot.
see.
Like, what is this bun?
You know, you can never find a bun big enough for a hamburger you're trying to make, or a hamburger big enough for a bun. I guess. That's how it is.
You
Whatever,
know,
dude.
I
I still
do.
laugh,
I,
so it doesn't
I
even
make
matter what the punchline
one of these
is.
days. When I
They
get
knew- they
when,
knew what was
when we
going
get to
on.
the new studio, I'll make us some fucking. I gotta have like a housewarming. I've never had a housewarming party.
You
It feels
better
so
make those sloppy
pretentious, but
joes.
maybe I'll
With
do
chili
that.
and sloppy
make
joes.
it.
No. I'm gonna make I'll make big ass burgers
7-layer dip is good.
in the proper
No.
bun. Again, Teddy.
What if you
I'm
wrap it
on
into a
Josh's side
burrito?
on this one.
Yeah.
It's like
it's,
you just
What
wait.
if
you know
you
what?
wrap it into a
Hold on.
burrito?
Let me
Is
get this
that-
down.
or a
Sauce.
Dorito?
I'm thinking
No
like
Taco Bell.
sauce with ground beef that's not wrapped in a tortilla of some kind, and or beans free floating. You're not into.
Yo, beans
is what it
beans
feels
is
like.
Mad gross, son.
What?
Okay,
Beans is mad
that's
good.
what it comes down to.
Beans are
So
disgusting.
you can just
That's
start
what's
listing.
protein.
You can
Beans
just
are
start making a list of
disgusting.
foods that Teddy is going to hate based on
Think-
those criteria.
think
And that's
about-
what we'll have at every get together.
Think about a bean.
No,
Is that
no,
less-
it's,
no.
it's just gross.
Okay.
Think about it. It's gross.
It's like a kidney.
It's terrible.
Only kidney
it's
beans.
Terrible.
So far, I'm still
Ugh.
sold. Like,
I don't know. I can't get on board
It's
with you.
just
I can't.
disgusting.
No, I'm sorry.
In mass quantities.
there had to have been a time where
no.
you had
No.
like beans, and
Nay.
then something else terrible
Nope.
happened, and you just never want to revisit it.
Hold on.
Nope.
I want to get to a point that you said when I was saying the amount of foods that Teddy will not eat based on the criteria of no ground beef in a sauce that's not wrapped in a tortilla,
I mean,
and or no
Why
beans
you making
out
it
on their
sound like
own.
some sort of
And
then
gross-
you
and
and then
aesthetically.
It's
you
an urban spoon search.
You said, okay, well then those are the foods we're gonna have at any gathering. Teddy and I had this conversation on St. Patrick's Day about this, like, what is the appeal of people that are like, oh, I know what annoys you. That will be the thing I do. You know,
They're
like
called assholes.
Okay, all right,
Okay.
I get that.
No, yeah, but the appeal of it.
Right,
though,
the
you know what I
appeal
mean?
is what
Oh.
I'm getting to. Is it just like, hey, it's
Probably
fun to
some
like
inner need
want
to
people
hate
to not
themselves.
want me to be around? That's what I'm into. Is that what that is? I mean, like, it's like literally, I wouldn't make sloppy joes
know what?
anyway, but I certainly wouldn't make them,
I don't
just
even
to
know the
annoy
next get
Teddy.
together where you'd both be invited that I'd be making food. So I'm sorry that I made a joke referencing.
No, you
I-
go
No,
make some
no,
sloppy
no.
joes.
I'm
You
glad
gonna
you
make
brought
them.
it up. It's not that you were actually going to do that. I just wanted to have this three-way conversation about sort of that thing where people go, oh, there's something that really annoys me, but I won't tell you because then you'll do it all the time. You know, that paranoia that people have. And I get that because there are so many people like that. But I always go like, who does that? Like,
Right.
why do people do that? Like, why, if you know something annoys
Attention?
somebody, do you
Yo,
go like, I'm going to
it
do
is
that?
the same
Establish alpha male?
age-old conundrum now that we have with internet comments, specifically on YouTube and local newspaper
Oh,
sites.
I
man.
never look
Yeah.
at these.
You know what I
things.
mean? You
I don't.
literally can't.
Local newspaper sites, I can't even be bothered. I'm like, I
Some
know
of them
what
are
it, I
funny.
know. It's
How
just
is
terrible.
it that we have?
But
this,
YouTube is pretty
how
bad.
like YouTube is terrible, but I feel like as bad as
Everything
you do-
goes into racism or politics.
But every local
Every
newspaper,
subject.
every local
Everybody
newspaper
on
site-
YouTube is a nigger faggot, apparently. A faggoty nigger,
I've heard of
and
those.
apparently their mother fucks everybody who leaves
Listen,
a comment.
every
mothers don't
local-
stand a chance on internet. comments.
No,
they do not.
no matriarchal relation.
Everyone's mom fucks
Done,
everyone
son. Yo,
who comments
no
on
respect.
YouTube.
And you're gay.
Yeah,
No,
and I'm a
that's-
nigger faggot
Yeah,
also.
yeah, listen, the
Just
thing
hateful
about
words.
the local newspapers though is like it could be the most like it could be like babies saved from house
Yeah, right.
on fire.
Let me
Kitten
tell you what I'm
kitten
gonna do
and
today.
dog spend the
they'd
day
be like,
together.
Damn niggas should have been left to burn. You'd be like, yo,
That's
come
why
on, son.
Obama's ruining it. It's like,
Yeah.
damn, dude.
You
like,
know who
everything
saves
is
babies?
Obama or
Nigger
black
faggots.
people.
Yeah, right.
Fuck all the nigger
I
faggots
hope-
to
yeah.
save babies.
They go, oh, Obamacare is.
By
gonna
the way,
keep that
and the
baby
mother's a
alive in
whore.
the hospital. You're like, damn, y'all.
Maybe if your mother wasn't a whore, they
Every-
wouldn't have saved that baby. What?
Every
Like-
comment is like more
Yeah, yeah.
self-righteous than the last one's like, dude, you are so beneath. Like,
Wait.
you don't even know what's
That's got
going on.
be one of the
Ignorant.
most gonna be the most deflating jobs if you got like some sort of IT gig or something. You're a network
Editing
admin,
them.
and they were like, like what do you? Okay, like all right, what am I going on assignment for? What's my new contract? Like, the Hartsfield Gazette
Oh,
website. You are handling all web content.
cool.
Awesome.
You know what I saw on the internet today? You guys probably saw
I'm,
it too.
I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
We'll go right back to. I'm just thinking to myself because I've seen a few places do this already. I'm pretty sure if you will, a trend in the next 2-3 years will be just removing the comment areas entirely.
Right.
Because back in like 2005 ish, It was like put comments on everything. Let people comment on comments. Comment on
Or
comments.
maybe turn them off and on because
And,
they
New York Times is really like
just-
when
just
someone writes a
removing them
very
entirely.
dumb column.
That's what I'm saying. Turning them off, like
When
just going, remove the
David-
whole foot. You
David-
don't need them. They're fucking useless.
They will turn off.
Nothing good has ever
Except
happened
for
in the
Yahoo
comments.
Answers.
New York Times will turn
No,
off some
that's
comments in
another
a
one.
hot minute, son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh no, we can't leave our talent out to this kind of exposure from the people that they're supposed to be writing to.
Yeah.
We surely can't let them. I mean, oftentimes it's very well justified criticism as well too. That's not even like the real, just like low budget, local cesspool kind of thing. It's
Right,
like
right.
actual thought out reasoned criticism that gets shut down. So you can imagine you can't tolerate that, let alone just the old nigger faggot if you want to.
The nigger faggot conundrum, if you will.
I
Yeah.
mean, it is. That's what we have trademarked it.
The
I
nigger
want-
faggot, your mother's a
I
whore
don't-
conundrum.
I don't-
Yeah.
I-
Motherly,
yeah.
whorish
I want to put that on the
conundrum.
board,
Yeah.
and yet I want to.
I also don't want that going up on Facebook.
Just write like bleep or something like that. We'll just know.
We can't. We'll just know. It'll exist in the
The
episode.
NFW conundrum.
The NFW conundrum.
Yeah, you can put that up. And then people who listen to the episode will go, what's the NFW stand for? And then they'll know, nigger, faggot, whores.
Oh,
See,
you go.
that's how it goes.
I didn't know horror was at the end of it.
Well,
That's
no,
referring to the mother.
The mother.
Mitch, you want to grab me another Amstel?
I'll grab you all the Amstels. How's that?
Very helpful.
Well, that's good.
See?
That's very
What'd I
good.
do?
That's a very good thing to add to the board.
Forgot that
I
I
feel very
didn't grab my
ashamed.
Oh, we need another
So
bottle
I was just
opener.
grabbing that
Or
as well.
Can someone do the lighter trick? Let's see if I can. I probably will fuck
I've
my
never
finger
been able
up
to do
like
that.
I always do.
Don't you fucking.
I could do it.
I'm not
but
gonna
I
fuck your
mean,
lighter up. I'm gonna fuck my finger up.
I have also a bottle opener on my keychain.
You ain't no good to nobody.
I mean, you're just not doing it right at all. No, that's
damn
not.
it!
Whatever.
Damn it!
Here.
All
just-
right.
just
Well,
use
now
this.
you.
Do you want me to show you the lighter trick? I can do that.
Nah. Okay, let's go for it.
That's like the hand
right.
of God reaching out picture
Yeah,
there
right.
with an Amstel light. It plays actually.
You have to get proper leverage, and then you just give it a kick. Is the way you do it, like that. But you already kind of
It
screwed the
usually
thing
takes
by,
2
like, half doing it.
attempts.
Well, you sort of bent the thing, but it's okay.
Oh fuck! Now it's my.
Now, to
fault.
be fair, I don't drink beer. I've just done this once or
It's
twice.
the 4th time
so-
I've heard that in the time I've been with Mitch.
Yeah,
today.
yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I was more for the people at home.
That's cool.
Ah, rats! It's not happening.
Way
All
to
right.
show me.
Yeah.
Thanks for the listen.
Fuck it.
I
I'll
got
go the
now-
old-fashioned route.
Now it sounds like some sort of radio theater
Here.
is broken out in the back. Well, now, damn, son.
I'm so glad that it's not
we
my
have-
fault
Covered
that
in
it's
fucking
happening.
beer.
Yeah, that's the best. That Amstel Light commercial would go viral. Let me show you how to open an Amstel Light.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Bam.
Dumbass.
And then you just fucking slammed it on the table. Amstel Light.
Broken.
I'm sorry.
Drink this
I had
shit.
way
It's like
too
my
much.
lips are bleeding on the next
I had way
shot.
too much faith in my abilities, having done it once or twice, that I was like, no, I got this down. No, probably just got lucky.
Same happened with his first
Most
sexual
likely.
encounter.
You ever had that where you
Boom.
like do something, you do something once or twice, just kind of like out of a lucky, and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm gonna do that again, and just every time after that it fucks
Yeah,
up.
Tim
Oh, it's
Tebow
the
did it
worst.
like 8 times in the.
Oh,
NFL.
good God! We're not.
I mean, come on, Mint. I know you hate sports. That was good, though. That was good.
I don't know
That's
what
pretty
he
good.
did 8
He
times.
won
That's fine.
football games.
There's so many
Oh,
things you guys say that
okay.
I'm just like, just let that one pass. For
Don't do that. No, no, you got to riff
Oh,
on
wait, I
everything.
got it?
Yeah, you gotta.
I actually listened to the episode that you were on last time, almost back in July, I believe it was. I listened to it yesterday, and it was funny because the first like 5 minutes of it, you were like, "So how does this work? What do we do? What's the game? How does
Yeah.
it?" And I was just like, and it was funny because I was making the reference to everybody just the game that everybody makes up when there's a beach ball or a balloon in the air, where it's
Yeah.
don't let it touch, and you were like.
the rally.
Yeah, and then you started comparing it to other games, and I was like,
Oh,
no,
that's
it's
good.
literally just that
did
game,
know
and you're
that.
like, okay, so it's sort of like when, and I was like, no, it's
trying to
exactly
expand my
like
options.
that.
I
Yeah,
wanna
it was
be-
just,
Can't do that.
it's funny.
Limited.
So
Unlike
here you are again,
Bradley Cooper.
of thinking again, like overthinking the riff.
Can
If
I-
you have a comment, you can just throw it out there. You don't need,
Oh, for sure.
you don't need to raise your
I mean,
hand.
I'm having a good time. It's working for me so far, so I'll see how this goes.
Yeah,
you
you're
know,
doing
and
all
then
right.
I'll go
You're
for
all
your
right.
comment.
All right. So,
are you going to go into something right now?
well, I was gonna, yeah. Why did you have a?
I mean, I have things, but go ahead. Let's see what you. What
Well, I
you-
mean, I was gonna give Josh a choice of
Okay.
various. Here's some topics.
Okay.
Here's sort of some news. We
I'm
could,
sorry for the Tebow reference. I'll try to keep him at a minimum.
No, I'm
You know,
just.
sports confuse me.
Yeah, that's all there is to it. I don't care what you say. I'm.
Do you
still
know who
gonna-
Tim Tebow is, though?
I'm aware.
See,
of-
that's all you
I'm
need.
aware of-
That's all you need.
I know about Tebowing.
Tebow.
Uh,
Oh, that's a decree. A decree. I will decree that. That's
Oh,
how you
ready?
know.
Okay,
Yeah.
here we go.
Attention, Tim Tebow. You know you have arrived in the cultural lexicon when Mitch is aware of it.
Yeah, your presence.
Good day.
Really? That's
Yeah.
well, you can put that on the board.
It's
That's
sports.
although I'm a
It's
little
sports.
offended. Well, no, but you're
Do
right.
you know who Aaron Rodgers is?
No, but I mean,
Peyton
you're right.
Manning.
You're right. You've arrived when I know who you are.
Come on.
Fine, whatever. But well, because the thing is, I know a lot of weird, obscure things, so I don't know if that.
You know, I don't know if you should go drop.
Because I used to be like, well, once my mom's heard of it, then you've arrived.
Have you ever watched
you
a
know
sport?
that kind of thing?
Ever? Chess.
Listen.
Backgammon.
I was in every sport imaginable as a
Mitch
child.
actually
I
has
just
a very storied childhood history of sports.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Me and sports were like this, man. But I just
Were you traumatized by this
No,
is
no.
his thing with chili?
No.
Like
We
the
should do.
same thing.
We should do.
You know what it is? It's a weird thing.
you know the
had
Tebow
a
of chili?
Bad experience.
Yeah.
No,
Anytime you're just not
you
trying
know what
to
we
get
should
into
do? We should do it behind the music. But
Oh
with Mitch,
man! Now the
with-
chat's talking
now
about
it's
sports.
Mitch and
This is what
sports.
happens.
Like behind the sports with Mitch, and do the falling out part where his
What are
picture
they
goes
saying?
in the spiral and it goes black and
They're
white.
talking about sports, trying to explain who people are, and I'm
Rivopolis.
surprised I didn't know who they were, and something about the Super Bowl. I don't know.
You
Listen,
know
I'm
that
not-
Rip Mitch don't know
So
nothing
you know what the
about
Super Bowl is?
Kirby
There you
Puckett.
go.
You don't know nothing
Listen,
about no Kirby Puckett.
I'm not. I know
Mr.
about
No-
Kirby goddamn
M-
Puckett.
Mr.
That's from my
October?
day right there. All right, listen.
Reggie
I know
Jackson?
about. I know about the
He ain't
goddamn.
don't know nothing about no Bo Jackson.
Listen, I know about
Reggie Jackson. Do you know who Reggie Jackson is?
I remember a lot of these people. Okay, Hey,
Herschel.
let me put it this
So
way.
no.
Let me just from about 82.
Joe Montana.
From about eight. Yes, listen. From about, from about 82. From about 82 to
Muhammad
90.
Ali.
Would you shut the fuck up for a moment? I'm trying to explain something. From about 1982 to about 1992, if there was a prominent sports figure, I will know who they are. I will remember them.
Okay.
I have a reference. You can call Brian Bosworth.
Oh, I was gonna say Boz. Damn.
I know.
Hey,
I had a
was
poster
Mitch.
of the Boz in my
Mitch,
room.
I was just
I know
about
about
to
the
say
Boz.
Brian
I know about,
Bosworth.
for instance,
You
that when the
liar.
Boz went to Colorado, there was like 15,000 fans that had T-shirts about down with the Boz.
That's how you know about
and
the Boz.
no, that's just a reason thing. I had a poster of the Boz in my room. As a God, I know about the Boz. All right. And so it turns out they had this like down with the Boz T-shirt or whatever the fuck that they all 15,000 fans bought, and Brian Bosworth's company made the shirts. So he was
Okay.
like, "Hey, you fucking idiots! You
The
just
Buzz, like the Fonz.
like- yeah.
you instantly went to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Fonz.
yeah,
Sounds
he had action
similar.
movies out.
Yeah, right.
I know about
A
Kirby
leather
Puckett.
jacket and a turtleneck
Jose
for
Canseco.
any day of the week.
I hung out with Jose Canseco at a gig that I did once, where I was at an awards show.
Waffle
House. No,
prestigious.
At the Avalon, actually. But anyway, no, Jose Canseco, Mark McGuire, Kirby Puckett. You name Frank
I
Thomas.
want to hear more. Oh,
I wonder.
Frank, he just
Rivopolis
retired
is
or
probably
something.
staggered right now. After
I'm
all
telling
the
you,
reeling
I-
of the names. He just dropped the big hurt. Mitch just dropped the
Seriously.
big hurt. What you gonna
He
do?
played
Nickelodeons?
recently, right? Didn't he only retire like last year, or the year
mean,
before, something like that?
Well, you know about the Daryl Strawberry.
Coke problem.
Second. Oh, look at that. What team did he play for? You have any
New
idea?
York
no.
Yankees.
Oh,
Mets.
no.
It was the blue and
Okay,
orange.
good.
Blue
Yeah,
and orange is
there
what I
you go.
remember. I remember
There you
blue and
go.
orange.
You gotta give that to
I knew it was
That's
New York.
enough.
He got the colors. Rivopolis.
I also know that
Seriously.
I also know that well, unless this has changed, but as of 1992, this factoid was still true that the world record holder for bases stolen was Ricky Henderson. I don't know if that's still the case, but it was in
Probably.
'92.
I can't
Oakland
think of anybody
A's.
who would have surpassed him.
Henderson.
I don't think Ricky
Wow.
I actually just want to take note that last time I tried like 3 times to inject sports into it. Now we've gotten like a couple minutes out of it, so
Hey,
I
you know,
feel
you
comfortable.
gotta crack the day.
I'm just trying to prove that there was a
Sport
time in my
riffing.
life that I paid attention.
Okay.
But I have.
Now, were you
What's
traumatized?
interesting
Who
is
touched you?
At around 92, I just stopped paying attention. So it's sort of like they just stopped existing,
basically-
and I'm fucking confused as shit unless like there's a scandal, and then I'll know about who
Well,
they
the
are.
only reference I
As
made
Kirby
so far
Puckett
about sports
goes.
was Tim Tebow, and you knew who that
does he
was.
does he
so
get
that's
into
pretty good.
Well, no, I'm.
That's
look,
all I said, and we
He's
went,
a he's an uppity Christian fuckhead. I'm gonna know who that is.
Yeah,
you know
that's-
what I mean. Like
says
if
that on
you're
his Twitter
if
profile.
like all you do is walk around going Jesus is Lord and like putting it in everybody's face and you're just annoying people because you're a fucking pretentious cock.
Actually-
and you do commercials where you're like I'm alive because Mama didn't have an abortion and like that's why people shouldn't be pro-choice and just the
For the first time,
the destruction of logic that's inherent with that commercial, I'm gonna know who you are. But if you're just a football player that people don't like, I'm not gonna know who you are.
for the first time in an interview, he went the whole time without saying, "My Lord and Savior Jesus Christ." Like I specifically paid it. His first interview with the Jets, he never thanked his Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Don't think Jesus didn't notice. Jesus definitely on that
Damn,
shit.
son, you can't make a hard turn like that.
Yeah.
You can't sell out.
Went to the New
Yeah.
York
You're all
media.
in. You know what I mean?
I mean, he's back on the bandwagon now, but we'll see
mean,
for how long.
You know, I mean, that's a big black. But listen, if you were, if one of us did a press conference like that, you know what I'm saying? Jesus is not gonna care.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
you,
no.
you ain't never thanked
He's
me no
tuning
day in your
into
life.
ESPN for TV.
But if I've been thanking Jesus all day, every day,
Yeah.
suddenly I just take
and
a
now
day
you're
off
on national
from thank.
TV.
I'm in the big city of dreams, New York.
It's
And
it's
I can't just take a day off.
the absence
Where
of a
dreams are
thing
made
that was
of.
always there is far more noticeable than a thing not being there in the first place.
Right.
Absolutely. It's,
If-
it's hey, where did that plant you used to
Yeah.
have on the counter go? Like,
If
but you've
athlete,
never walked in here and said, "Hey, Mitch, why no plants on the
Right.
kitchen counter?"
if athlete A that Mitch doesn't know about, and athlete B that Mitch doesn't know about, stop thanking Jesus after they score touchdowns. They're not gonna care.
yeah.
They're not gonna care about nothing.
No.
Well,
But I also didn't know that Tebow had given up, or just for that one point, I guess, for one spot.
But you know who did know?
The man upstairs.
Christ.
I like how
All right, stop.
I
Oh,
wish-
Lord.
For
The
a-
Lord
a
knows when you
good-
don't thank him.
a
On the
good second,
field,
there was-
at the end zone. He knows you're not T-bowing in the end zone. Sorry. I had to get some black preacher
For,
out.
for
very
a good
Arsenio
second,
Hall.
for a good second,
yeah.
neither of you were aware where you were just like, oh, yeah, who doesn't? Like, who doesn't?
I felt that too, dude. We both like zoned in on you.
Before you were like, oh wait, it's God. You were like, wait a minute, who is? I'm legitimately worried.
There's another?
No, there's not. There's one.
There's only one
there it
up there in heaven looking down on the field.
You've got to slip in a
Yeah.
Watson.
Sounds like the robot Jesus
Watson,
from Futurama.
Randall Watson. Sexual chocolate. Good times. Yeah. Okay. Did you have a thing? Should I go into things? What's the deal? Let's.
Where's your
Now
thing?
that I've wowed you with my 82 to 92 sports trivia.
Plus
knowledge,
2012 Tim Tebow. There's a lot of T's there.
Again, I don't know anything about the man's career, so
You
it
don't
doesn't
need
really.
to. You just need to know
But
that once
doesn't.
he didn't think
then
Christ.
that's just it. That doesn't apply to sports. That's just pop culture, which I sort of know. I keep a little bit up on.
Okay.
There.
We're-
Pretty much,
we're
if it
getting
wasn't
into
for
Mitch
this
right now.
show, I
That's
would
what this
actually.
hour
I would
is
know
about.
zero
We're gonna
about
get it-
pop
we're gonna
culture.
Gonna get into Mitch.
It's amazing to me how
With
many
a
times
Z,
things have
guys.
come up on this
Don't forget
show
that.
Teddy has done his due diligence on, like where he's like, oh yeah, no, I have the white paper on that at home, and it's just it's amazing. Something will
Why's it
happen
gotta
like
be
a
white
week
paper?
ago, and he's like, that's what they call him,
Oh.
Josh. This is not.
I thought it was like some secret top of the line paper that was better than any other colored paper.
That's good. That's good.
Sorry, I
I'm
did
sorry.
that for Teddy's.
That's good. That's good. I'm sorry.
You know
That's
you
better.
got it when Teddy slunches.
That's good.
I was just over the couch. Like,
Good.
he's
We're
like,
gonna put that. We're gonna put that on the board.
go ahead. Go right ahead.
Damn it.
Yeah. Anyway, so
your choice,
that's kind of
I
how I know
don't
about
know.
pop culture is mostly through this show and the things
Okay.
that guests are like. I found out about this, and Teddy's like, yeah, that's right, and he fucking just knows like the whole backstory. And I'm like, what are we talking about? And it always sounds like he has no idea what he's talking about, and then Google will show that he was right. And
Google knows
it's
all.
unfortunate, like the Billboard example of
Shout out to Giovanni.
mere weeks ago.
Yes.
Where I was for sure, I was like, you don't know shit about this. This is not a real thing. This did not happen. You're confusing it with something else. And Teddy was surprisingly, knew ridiculous details
thing
about
about-
it. That he was like, I think it was something like, and it was like exactly.
Google's
the
like the
thing. It was
judge
weird.
of all arguments.
I've got
Yeah,
this.
but I'm just surprised that sort of Teddy
I've
was
got
right
this
about.
thing where it's a weird absorption of information.
He's like
where I
autistic
read-
about
where
pop culture.
I'll read something. Like I'll read an article about something, and then all of the mundane, sort of trivial pieces just kind of get absorbed in. And then if it comes up in conversation, like the Billboard,
Right.
then it's real time piecing it back together. But
I'm a
it's
little
not-
bit like that.
It
I got a little
sounds
bit
like I'm a
that.
crazy person because I'm just like, no, I think there was something about this and that. and
Because you're
something
not
about
right.
totally
this.
sure because
Right.
it's
Yeah,
piecing
and then
together.
you're like your brain is recalling everything in real time, but then it comes out. You know what I mean? That's how many if it was real life, like that's when I always see those movies where everyone is mad skeptical about somebody, and then in the end, they're like, "Oh, we believe you now that we figured the shit out." I always get real angry because I'm like, "You never believe that motherfucker in real life," and then they just go crazy and then they die alone.
Like the game.
You know?
I mean,
Yes.
I'm telling you
But,
guys, every
yeah.
time I sleep, a guy comes out of my closet and brandishes a knife and then disappears. And they're like, "Yeah, you're crazy." And you're like, "No, it happens every fucking night."
tell
Yeah,
someone
whatever.
that 50 times. Hopefully
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
believe it.
Yo, and then you
Yeah.
never,
Well,
like
what-
in real life, they never believe the friend who has all the, and then the friend, like terrible things happen to that person in real life without fail usually.
So no, but on the for real, because I've thought about this because I've watched way too many horror movies, and there's always incredulous things happening in horror movies, and you think like, okay, something happens right in front of your eyes, like any number of things in horror movies where it seems like just the victim saw it, and so they're dead, and there's no witnesses. But let's say off to the side, you were like, I swear to God, a guy came out of the lake wearing a ski mask or a hockey mask. Sorry,
They shot
a
him,
guy
like, 3
came out of a
times.
lake after being shot with a shotgun to the face, came out of the lake after 6 fucking
He had face
years,
protection, but
and
yeah.
came out of the lake holding a machete and stabbed 3 bitches and then cut off a dude's
the
head.
cute one first, always.
Like, what would you be like? That didn't happen. Well, maybe not. That's actually kind of believable. Let's say like.
It's very
Well,
vivid.
I'm trying to
description.
think of like
That
something.
actually is
like,
very, like,
that's-
if you've got that much detail, then
Like
if
you-
2 people had died, I would have said no. But
Yeah. Well, I
Your
mean, I know
numbers- your
you.
numbers are
You
great.
specifically, Teddy. You wouldn't. You would be like, you called the police, right? Like you. Like there wouldn't be any. That didn't happen.
I
He'd
hope you
just
just
be
didn't
like,
walk away.
he'd be like, I
Good
mean, you
Samaritan.
did they
reported
follow
this,
you?
right?
Did they follow you? They
Here?
followed you here.
Did they follow you here?
I'm trying to think
Is it
of
too late? It's too late, isn't it?
Goonies, or no, I'm sorry, Goonies. Fucking
The
Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters, right?
All right.
Where like she opened the fridge and there was a Zool in there, like
Right.
Zool. You know that whole thing. If I called you, I was like, Teddy, fucking crazy thing happened. Open my fridge, right? And there was a portal to another world. And at the end of that portal was this like green with like horns, and it was eyes were glowing, and it said Zool. And then eggs started
Stop
cooking
drinking, Mitch.
on my countertops.
No.
Would you be like, no, you're crazy, or would you be like,
Anything
it's
come out
time
of-
to call the Ghostbusters?
What came out? What came out of the portal?
Well, nothing came out of it. I
I
could
would say
just see
show me.
into
I'd be
it.
like, where's
You
this?
can see into the portal.
We
I
all got
could see
camera
into
phones
the-
now. During Ghostbusters time, there were no
Sure.
camera phones.
Okay,
She
so
would've
I
busted
so
out
I
her
get a pic.
iPhone.
No, I get out. So oh, you can see it. Send me a picture of the portal. I get a picture of the portal, right?
What if
I see the picture? of the
It went
portal.
away. Once I closed the door, there was no more portal.
Well, I would leave it open, snap the shot.
Okay,
But you
see,
don't
we-
know that the portal.
See, you can't just bend. You
People,
can't-
hey, people on Instagram and shit all day.
All right,
so,
look.
like,
I'm
that's
trying
making
to.
it.
Okay, I'm trying to do a scene, and now you're revisionist. So let's
Okay,
do a scene. All
so
right.
set up a scene.
So here's the scene.
Okay.
The two of you are on the couch,
All right.
and this is me telling you. All right.
All right, hold on a second.
All right. Because now you got to get high
gotta be
to,
a part
to
of
accept these facts. I get it. It's fine. It's fine. Now it's cool. Maybe you'll believe me after a couple more hits.
I'm
follow
mad
this
skeptical
whole
right now. Hold on a second. Let me put on.
The
my-
craziest fucking thing happened last night, guys. I opened my fridge, and the eggs that line the door, because I like to have an omelet from time to time, or I'll make mashed
Nutritional.
potatoes and things like this. Pancakes,
Egg a
whatever.
day keeps the doctor
Yeah,
away.
who doesn't love eggs? They fucking no shit popped out of my fridge on there, popped up, landed on my counter, cooked themselves, and then I looked
On the counter?
on the counter. And then I looked, and suddenly, instead of food and drinks and all the beer that you guys keep bringing over that I'll never drink, it was like a portal, and there was this green monster at the end, like a I don't know, like a real buff short guy, but all green in the face, glowing eyes, big teeth, big horns, and he just said Zool, and I got scared. I didn't want eggs popping, so I slammed the door shut.
Damn right, you slammed
Okay.
that shit shut.
How,
And then no more portal.
Nothing. How long
But
ha-
the cooked eggs remained on my countertop. But I mean, I had bitches coming over to clean that shit up.
oh, see,
but,
that's what
you
I was
know.
looking for. I was like, that would have been such solid.
I mean, what you want me to just show you that there's a bunch of eggs that were cooked in my apartment?
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
that doesn't
see,
really.
That would actually be very helpful.
like.
You don't believe me?
You put
I mean,
bitches
yeah,
you think
yeah.
I just
priority.
made this up? You
I
think
like
I
to
cooked
have-
my
You
own
cleaned
eggs?
it up
on the-
because
Yeah.
bitches were coming over. You put bitches over. Hey, these
Now,
fucking
hold on
eggs
a
just
second.
cooked on
Now,
my
wait a minute.
countertop
But you
and
don't know
Wait
that
a
I couldn't have
minute.
just cooked them in a fry pan and put them on the countertop. I mean,
Listen,
We got CSI.
there's
now.
no
Fucking scope
evidence.
that
Hey,
shit out.
hey,
I'm
heat.
really
Hold on a
scared
second.
of my apartment now,
and
guys. I
it-
mean,
was
I'm
the
glad you're
freezer-
here.
Was it just the refrigerator? Was the freezer involved in this portal?
You know,
Was
I
the
didn't.
whole portal?
After that,
Could
I
you
didn't
see anything else in the refrigerator, or was it just portal?
It was just portal. It was
no
very
shelves,
weird.
no
literally-
light.
No, it was
No
like
more-
as
portal.
if
No more Coke
my
Zero.
refrigerator was itself a portal, except for apparently the door.
How
Look,
long-
I didn't
Were
have
you
time to ask
dreaming?
questions.
How long have you had this refrigerator?
That fridge for
Is it an Indian burial
well, I
refrigerator?
brought it from the old apartment, so I'd say about 3 years now I've had that fridge.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know
had-
if it's the fridge or
You
the
had no
apartment.
shit. You had no shit popping out before. This is the
No,
first time?
no,
Never
this is
once.
this is certainly in all of my life I've never.
What time? What time? Would it,
Were you
Um,
drinking?
I'm always drunk, but I mean,
Okay.
but
Might
listen,
have something
Listen.
to do with it.
listen.
I wasn't having absinthe and
First-
shit. I don't hallucinate.
From now on,
About the most I do is assume that women like me more than they do when I'm drunk.
can
but
you rule out that anything else in here doesn't have a portal inside
Opening
of it?
stuff? Yeah. Did you go through like a
But no, because you
checklist?
can't rule out you can't prove a negative. So
So
I can't,
we are basically in a time bomb for portals.
well, at least
Any
Teddy
second
believes
of the
me.
day.
We
I like that-
need.
That's
I
where
like
the
the Teddy. Thank you,
That's where the
Teddy.
shitting on my point
Thank
comes
you.
from every
All right,
time.
that's
Just
good.
a
This is
portal
good.
that drops shit right on me.
Thank you. All right. Good scene, kids. Good scene.
You can
All right.
see, you
All right,
see the
so-
divergent
I
mentality
like-
play out. In
I got it.
retrospect,
Josh is over here going like, you cleaned up the eggs. It never happened. You cooked some eggs.
There's
you threw
just
them away.
so many ways you could have proven it.
I know,
and
but I
bitches
like
and-
that.
and a
I like
clean
that
house
Teddy
got
was
in the
just
way with it.
immediately. Teddy goes the best route ever, which is not only does he believe me, but now he's worried about all portals that might be anywhere near my
That's
apartment.
the difference.
That's
you
good.
understand? If what listen, that's just
Well
that's
done,
just posed
Teddy.
off.
It's good.
Listen,
I
if
like it.
one thing has a secret portal inside of it,
Why stop?
Then all things.
do you understand what I'm
Kitty
saying?
litter box, toilet.
Again, these are
Window.
all things.
Every
so
one
many
of those
examples.
DVDs could be a portal
Literally
to.
a whole fucking bookcase of portals, son. Oakland Raiders gear, all portaled up, son.
I'm sorry. Where do I have Oakland Raiders?
Yeah,
gear?
I looked around too. I was
talking
like,
about
dude.
you.
Oh,
That's
you're
about
talking
you.
about you.
You,
We can be
you.
bros.
I didn't even realize you were wearing that until just now.
Finally,
I just now noticed.
right now.
I'm just now noticing how much I sort of hate your whole ensemble.
Yeah.
Did you go to a game today?
I thought that about you the day I met you. No,
That's fair. That's
I
fine.
just enjoy the
You
Oakland
enjoy
Raiders.
sports, man.
I mean,
And I
like,
wanted to put out a general sports vibe in the same way your cat came up to me right away because I don't like animals. Like you don't like sports, and guess what? It's gonna be around. no matter
I mean,
what.
like you thought to yourself, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to the
No, I did not.
podcast. Like I'm gonna.
Remember the point earlier about intentionally doing something that someone
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
like?
yeah.
See?
Clearly, yeah. I see this.
Tried to.
Yeah, there's
Tried
a
to
little,
get a
there's a little
call back.
Inception riffing doing
Yeah,
that. I like
exactly.
it. Yeah. No, you know what I noticed is like, for instance, when you're driving along traffic, and this might just be me, but I feel like if somebody has a bumper sticker that agrees with their license plate and their
That's some
license
solid
plate
planning.
frame, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
A bumper sticker, the license plate, and license plate
You're
frame.
thinking a lot about what else you got going on in life
Yeah,
that you're
exactly.
spending that much time.
If
to
you've got a
coordinate the
bumper sticker, license plate frame, and a license plate that agree with each other, I'm thinking that's all you ever think about.
that all somehow reference like your list of kids and pets and stick
No,
figures
not even
on
talking
top.
about that. I'm
No,
just saying,
why
like,
stop
okay,
there, Mitch?
I'm saying if you have a license plate frame that says has
Michelin
that
tires.
references the LA Lakers, I've seen this a million times.
Right.
A license plate that references the LA Lakers, the license plate frame references
Lakers
the
girl.
Yeah, like good
98.
Lakers, yeah, right. Then they're gonna have a bumper sticker. So for
Probably
a
the
long
flag,
time,
too.
well, I mean,
It could
on,
be
on
Kobe.
game day, yeah, sure,
Yeah.
they're gonna do that,
Or
and they're
in the
gonna
playoffs.
paint their windows with the whatever. But I'm saying like.
At purple and gold are not
Right
friendly
off the
window
bat, I'm
colors.
thinking to myself, like, okay, you're obsessed with that thing, but I can remember right around the
get some chips.
1999. What are you, fucking TK now? You want to eat on a podcast? What kind of pig are you? Anyway, listen, so
Dude, didn't mean for now. Like, I just wish there were some chips here. Like, what is wrong with that? You had to that's the
you
portal
just wish
over my head.
you
of
just
shit.
wish there was chips in
I just
general
been,
in
I've
this
been
apartment.
thinking about chips for a while, like at least 3 or 4
Man,
hours.
smokes
I've
a
been-
little
You
weed,
realize,
son.
again, I just listened to last episode you were on yesterday, and even in that one, I was like, so what's up with you? And you were like, man, I want some Wendy's. I've been thinking about it the whole episode, and now it's chips. Like, you are a fat kid in
I'm
a
straight
skinny,
riffing.
scrawny dude's body. But what I'm saying, Taddy, you know what I'm talking about? Like, when you say those people who, like, their license plate frame agrees with their license plate that agrees with their bumper sticker, and you go, that's your whole life, isn't it? Like, that's... But here's the thing, is like think
Civil
about
War
it from
reenactors.
do they have those?
Oh yeah.
They have
Using
Civil
the
War
cloth and the
reenactment.
material.
Yeah, bro.
What
Beat
will-
their
what will-
wives for a week, you know.
Honk-
Honey,
honk
it's
if you-
reenactment week.
Honk if you want to see how the Civil War went down.
Sons,
I mean,
sons of Confederate, victory, or whatever. Sons of
Oh, okay, well, that's
Sons
fair.
of
Yeah,
Confederacy,
yeah.
whatever that. That was,
I feel like, but what I'm saying is like in,
Yeah,
ni-
nobody- yeah,
in
same
1999 when Episode 1 was coming out, like friends of mine were like, "Oh, I know you like Star Wars," and it was around the time of my birthday, which is not that far before Christmas. So for birthday and Christmas, both fucking everything that people bought me was fucking Star Wars related. So I have a lot of Star Wars shit, as you can see, that I never bought. The people just fucking gave me a bunch of shit, and it was like, and that's a small portion. I still
At
have
least you
like
have
a
friends,
bunch of other
Mitch.
things.
That's what this story is
Okay,
all
well,
about.
that's fair. But I'm just saying, it looks.
That's my Eeyore comment of the podcast.
It could look, not right now per se, but it could look, especially around that time, as if I was just like, oh my god, you guys, Darth Maul is the bestest. Because that was the only thing
Your
I
voice
liked
has
about
to
that.
go like that whenever
Yeah,
you
I
talk
gotta
about
go.
Star
Is that your
Wars.
Star? Yeah, is that your Star Wars fans?
Like
voice?
if you were an alien in Star Wars in the cantina, that would have been your voice for that scene.
That's great. That's an awkward high school Star Wars fan. That's really good. That's a good.
Okay.
I've never,
You ready?
I haven't
Here we go,
actually
here we go.
seen the second three.
Oh my god, you guys.
I knew.
Darth Maul is like the best
What's weird?
ever.
What's weird is that there's not much range difference between that and the first go round.
Yeah.
Except for the reverb. That's
If I go all the way up, it's super. It's like remember that part in
mad creepy, son.
No, you remember that part in Who Framed Roger Rabbit towards the end where Christopher Lloyd is like, that's what it sounds like if I go all the way up. I don't want to do that. So I was just doing enough to make it sort of creepy.
Saw Alvin and the Chipmunks on Spanish language television this afternoon.
Me gusta.
Did you watch
Right,
the whole
I got
thing?
you.
No, I mean I got like a 5-second burst.
Yo soy Alvin.
Or whatever,
And
right?
my head
Yeah.
exploded.
Yeah, right.
From
That was
that.
it. I can feel it already.
Or is it?
Basically.
No, I'm sorry. It's Miyamo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Me amo Almo.
I just
Me amo Theodore.
yeah, like trying to read the description.
Okay. So
No me gusta.
I used
Whatever,
to
I don't know.
jam. I used to have a Chipmunks cassette, like Christmas album on cassette tape.
you remember the movie where they had to get the
Jam-
diamonds and the little dolls?
Your eyebrows
Yeah.
are way
I
more
was
excited
all
than your voice about the
that
Chipmunks,
movie
by the
for a
way. I want to
while.
put that out there now.
Wait, hold on. Because I do know what movie you're talking about.
I don't
but
remember. It's probably just the Chipmunk movie, but
It was a bunch of them. There was, and both y'all motherfuckers the same bag me right
everybody
now.
had like dates in it. That's what they did. Like
There was the Chipmunks and like the Chipmunkettes or whatever.
no, because yeah, there was
they
three
would travel
chicks.
around the world.
There was a hot air balloon.
Yes.
It was good, and then a guy
Something
with like
about-
a very
something about
defined
this.
face.
Something
Klaus.
About, something of rock and roll.
The villain's
Yeah.
name was
Believe me,
Wait for
I
Klaus.
remember this. I remember this very well. But you son of a bitch talking about my eyebrows more excited than my voice.
Like, all right,
What
I'm
does
gonna.
that even-
Unfortunately, people at home are not gonna get it. I'm gonna say just for Josh's sake, this is what he's doing. He's like, I had the Alvin and the Chipmunks cassette tape at home, right?
I'm gonna
I had
look
that
for
shit when
for
I
the
was.
rest of our
No,
lives
that's
together.
not-
I'm just gonna
that's-
look at what your eyebrows.
I
are.
literally,
bad.
it was literally just that time because he was like, I had the Alvin and the Chipmunks. Because people at home, if
Expressing
you're just
every
listening,
word.
basically it comes down to, every word had a beat, and the beat was expressed through Teddy's eyebrows. They were moving. But his voice, if you were to
Well,
hear
that's
that part
good.
again, his voice
For film.
never
Sure.
changed
Sure.
pitch or intonation. It was
Yeah.
just, I had the cassette tape, but his eyebrows were doing this dance. Like,
I guess my subconscious must have a real strong affinity for the chipmunk.
I hit a nerve.
fair.
I hit like
Yeah.
the
I
anti
wanted
the
cassette.
Hit a nerve in
anti-chili
the
of your
eyebrows.
mind.
Oh,
of
I
your
got the
life.
memories coming
Shit,
back
though.
now that I had thought about from a long time ago. Of that, not only that movie, but the cassette. So I got like both of them bitches over. I got like chipmunk on chipmunk overlapping in my head.
the
going
only
on right
Chipmunks
now.
episode I can
It
remember
was a
clearly.
movie, son. Ain't no episode.
No,
I'm just-
We're talking about feature film
More than 60 minutes.
production.
I remember watching an
That is-
episode of the Alvin and
that is your
Chipmunks,
pitch.
and I watched very few cartoons as a child because of all the sports. But I remember one episode where
Man.
Alvin was trying to convince Robin Leach that he lived in the lifestyles of rich and
Yeah.
famous, and he put up like an inflatable mansion. Do you remember this whole thing?
Yeah, I do remember that.
And Robin
episode,
Lee shows up?
legitimately.
Yeah, so it was a good
I
time.
see-
Well, Alvin, you-
your sprawling home mansion
It shows you're not ready for the lifestyles of the rich and famous.
I
You
remember that.
remember the
special-
actual line? That probably was in there. I'm not sure.
It is. It's lifestyles of the rich and
That
famous.
movie that Josh is talking about. I
And
saw
look
that-
at this sprawling indoor pool. Sorry.
I saw that bitch like one weekend. It came in like 6 times in a row.
Yeah.
It was a cleaning the house. It just was on all.
What?
the
Lifestyles
time.
Caught
of
it
Rich
every
and
No,
time.
Famous?
this
Or
this
Alvin and
Chipmunks
Chipmunks?
movie.
Oh.
Space Jam was
There's
on
like-
the other night. I watched the
Yo,
shit out of
I
that.
recorded that.
I got a
recorded
poster
that
It
on
in
ain't
my
video.
room
too much.
dedicated to Space
it ain't
Jam.
too much for me to
Space
jam.
Jam. Space Jam, man.
If I don't know if that's the same from
yeah.
that
No,
from that movie.
that's-
That's not from that
With
movie.
Bugs Bunny
I ain't
and
too
Michael
much to
Jordan. Do you
jail.
know who that is? Michael
No, I'm-
Jordan.
Listen, 82 to 92. Are you forgetting?
92 is his first title or second title?
He was still around.
What?
though.
Are you insane? No, he was practically retired by 92. Are you fucking nuts? Yeah, he'd been around for a while in 92. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Well, I know he'd been around for a while, but he didn't win titles till 7 years
Listen.
later.
Ralph Sampson.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know
Oh.
Ralph Sampson.
He's the rock.
That'd be probably 93. I don't think the year I stopped paying attention.
I just want to see how deep it goes.
Yeah,
down.
seriously.
Listen,
Yeah,
because he was
of
around.
course
then.
I know who Michael
Scottie
Jordan is.
Pippen.
I used to
Just
watch.
making
I had
sure.
this.
He's no Brian Bosworth, I know.
I had this
but-
tape that
Ruben
my
Boom Shay Boom Shay.
I had this VHS tape that my dad got with his one of his subscriptions to Sports Illustrated that was called Dazzling Dunks and Basketball Bloopers, and I watched that
Pardon me,
more times than I
everybody.
care to
Goodness
count. And it was my favorite part was watching Spud Webb when they showed him in slow
Yeah.
motion and
he
he'd do that
dunks.
climbing thing, and I was just like, dude, how does
Blake Griffin does that now.
how does physics work? It was just insane.
That web's shit, man.
When he did that kick and leg thing, where
Yeah.
it looked like he was like literally climbing the air, and you're like, how do you? And to think now that he's shorter, he was shorter then than I am now. Like, he was what, 5'2", 5'3", he was real short.
Yeah, you could dunk though for sure, man.
And no, I cannot.
You get up there.
You just
Mitch.
gotta believe.
White
like-
men cannot jump.
Yeah, we just talking about Space Jam, son. You-
Yeah, right. I think.
Yeah, you're never gonna dunk with that attitude.
Seriously.
Nope, I will not.
Or those
Fine with that.
shoes.
Fine with that. Yeah. Yeah. No, certainly not with these shoes. No. Must be the shoes. I remember those with Spike Lee. I think it was, right?
It's gotta
It's
be.
got to be the shoes. It ain't the shoes. It's got to be the shoes.
Gotta be the shoes.
Got to be the shoes. All right. So let's get.
So
now
you
do you
had
have a
some-
topick? I mean,
I actually still,
oddly enough,
I
every
still-
time I ask,
I
we end up
forgot
going into not a topic.
Long ago,
but
I
it's cool.
forgot what it was going to be. So you said you had some choices for Josh.
Okay.
All right. I was
Right.
actually just thinking a couple minutes ago. I was like, "Have I been presented these choices?" And I just
Nope.
like glazed over it.
You were never presented with the options. It's
Okay.
okay.
Maybe
I like
maybe
it.
Riffopolis hurt me on a false start. They could throw it out here, but
I like a riffing that
I don't
goes
think I
hard and
did.
fast like that. Okay, so
H&F.
your choices just for opener ones, because some of these I might get to depending
An
on the
hour and a
topic.
half into the
But
show.
as for opener,
Yeah. Open it up.
okay, actor slits his own throat by accident as a knife turns fiction into reality. The kissing robot clears the way for human robotic relations.
No,
News about a new male birth control that's 100% effective in the last 10 years. The plastic-eating fungi that found in the Amazon that may solve our landfill problems through cloning. Teenage pornography enthusiast not allowed to bring adult film star into his prom. This is from weeks ago. We haven't gotten to the news in probably a month.
that's
so
a poorly phrased
to be
headline.
fair.
Because
Top-
I'm guessing it's not a pornography.
You should have snuck some like false headlines
Well,
in
It's
there.
a
We're not-
teenager.
well, I mean,
Who
he
is
knew.
a-
Well, he contacted like 500 porn stars.
No, but I'm
Oh,
saying
I
the
did hear
headline,
about that.
The
Yeah, I did hear
headline, I
about
feel
that.
like, is poorly
Well, I'm
phrased.
sorry.
'cause
If you know the Twitter accounts for that many porn stars, I gotta feel like
No,
you're a
I'm not
pornography
saying like 3 or
enthusiast.
4
I'm
of
just
them.
saying it's the headline makes it seem like someone is like putting out porn of teens, but it's a teenager who is a porn fan.
Oh,
You see what I mean?
teenage enthusiast of pornography.
teenage
yeah.
porn enthusiast. It could be.
Okay,
it's
that's
very
fair.
poorly
Okay,
phrased.
sorry. I'm sorry.
The editor to me.
This is probably a little too dark, so probably don't pick this one. Top 5 regrets of the dying, as told by a nurse with 20 years history, and the zombie
Sadder
shopping
than
mall
Land 4 times, huh?
experience package that you can purchase.
I made my choice ages ago. I'm going with the Robo Wives.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Now,
Bring on the similarity.
it's
I mean, don't bring it on. But you know what I mean.
it's not similarity, but
What is it?
Singularity, but it's cool.
Bring on that shit too, but don't bring it on.
Any arity, if you
This
got
is,
it, please bring it to me.
This is, mind you, not a robotic wife.
What is the similarity?
This is the singularity.
No, what is the similarity?
What is the singularity?
Of what? To
don't
what? Well,
Yeah, right. Why would it have been singularity?
I mean,
don't know.
that's like
It
walking up
sounds
to
like it
somebody
should
on the
be-
side
I
of the
actually
street.
thought you meant.
It's like
I
walking up
thought
to
you
Who
somebody
meant
else.
watches the
singularity.
Watchmen?
Walking up to somebody on the street and go, "How is that alike?"
No.
And they're gonna be like, "How is what alike what?" You're like, "That's what I'm saying."
The similarity
Right?
sounds
I mean,
like it
what's
should
up?
already
That's
be
some
something.
real
The
shit.
similarity? No, the
sounds-
singularity.
No.
I mean,
I
listen.
get it confused.
So this is not P.S. This is not a robot wife. This is a robot ball that they call the kissing robot. It's a ball with a pair of lips on it. I'll tell you what it
gross.
is.
Can we
That's all
see a
I need,
picture?
son.
Yes,
That
absolutely.
picture?
You can see a
Ball
photo.
with a pair of lips.
All
Do
right.
the
That is
lips
depressing.
open? Because that's the real key.
There you go. A ball with a pair of lips.
See, I wasn't thinking those kind of lips.
son. That's how motherfuckers start. They think they go kiss a robot, then your face gets eaten, your soul gets sucked out. From
Here's
As
what's
soon
interesting.
as-
That's
Transformers.
exactly how Space Jam happened. Okay. They
I actually, if
sucked
it
out
was,
the
if it was
talent.
like,
golf hole.
if it was
oh
a,
yeah, at the game.
if it was
That
a
was-
detached head,
Patrick Ewing started missing free throws.
I could actually see, like, I go, okay, I could kind of see that. Or if like those real dolls, I mean, those are going to get robotic. We all know that. When the real dolls get robotic, again, I could sort of see, but this is like literally, okay, it's just you saw it. It's just a ball with lips. It says, an artificial intelligence researcher in Singapore has developed a robot with a virtual mouth that can emulate and transmit a kiss, bringing an extra touch of intimacy to a long-distance relationship or even a video game. The Kissinger.
see,
It's called
how?
hold on, or maybe it's called the Kissinger. I don't know, but it's spelled like Kissinger. The Kissinger
Does it
is
drop
the size,
tongue, or is that like an
size and
after
shape
dinner
of a
thing?
softball and has a pair of touch-sensitive lips that detect and copy how each partner delivers their kiss. So I think theoretically the idea is you take this ball and you fucking make out
How
with it.
long ago did they have this in Japan? That's my first question.
It actually came out of Singapore, which is
Oh,
probably
okay.
the bigger, yeah. So because they're trying to emulate, humans.
Yeah,
Japan,
for sure.
Japanese, they
I
don't
get
really
that.
care. They're like, listen, we'll give it tentacles.
We'll
And
draw
you're like,
it,
We're
yeah.
like, what? Where are you getting tentacles that fuck people? They're like, listen, we're not interested in that. They're just,
Don't worry
just
about it.
don't worry about that.
Japan, we do the do.
There's other
Yeah.
things that you should be looking at other than
Singapore is like, hey, let's emulate real human kiss, and Japan's like, no, no,
Everything else is in a
tentacle
regular accent.
or boost. Okay, so I think that theoretically, the best case scenario for this thing is that you buy this ball and you make out with it and you ship it to your partner. And you
That's
go, hey,
the
I'm sending
worst.
you a kiss. If you start making out with a softball, it's theoretically, robotically supposed to be like making out with me.
It's like almost
But I
magic.
don't
does
know
not
if
seem
that's-
that does not seem cost effective. I feel like it's supposed to something. What are you supposed to like hook it up?
I would rather just make a mold of my cock
well,
and
for
send them
long
that,
distance
which
relationships.
is what I do.
Well,
That's
okay.
how I roll.
Now,
Which
that
can be
seems
done.
very-
I know. That's how I
that,
roll.
Yes.
That's
but
how I
for
roll.
long distance relationships, I feel like it's supposed to what, like you hook it up to your computer and then you make out with it.
Let's
You each have one, and
let's
then you
go to
kiss
the
it
video.
at the same
That's what I'm
time.
saying.
Let's go to the video.
Oh, there's video.
Let's find
Let's-
out. Let's
to the
find
tape.
out. Let's find out together, shall we? Oh, they spelled it differently in the video than they did in the article.
Kissinger for sure. Your choices are done now.
I'll tell you, this is a very upbeat, snazzy soundtrack.
All right, so they've each got a kissing ball. That one's got a mustache, so that must be her trying to kiss him, and he's trying to kiss. Oh, I see. I see what they're trying to do.
This video would be money if his right hand just slipped down and went into two fingers to it. So, super real. He just gets hell into it.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the devil.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So they're male and female. They both have
And then
mustaches.
there's a third
apparently.
one that has like a dick out of it.
You, come on now. Who's the Kissinger? It's supposed to be real
The
classic.
cockinger.
All right, I don't need to see the innards of the shit. I was
This
just
soundtrack is actually the reason I
I'm
want to
trying
keep
to tell you,
watching.
son.
Yeah.
So wait,
So
I
I
don't
think-
get what happened.
they were saying
both kissed.
they were saying it was a real-time wireless communication. So the idea is like you got a ball and I got a ball, and you could kiss your ball and I
balls
could kiss
between
my
us.
ball. And when we're kissing our balls, the ball's kissing back as if the way that we're kissing our balls.
Hey, I'm already hard, you know?
Here's the thing.
There's
I
just-
get like that.
There's
shit is,
no good way to phrase this.
That's cool. That's cool and all. But I mean, first of all, that like if you're gonna make
Is
a
it,
product
though?
like that,
Is it?
No, it's not. If you're gonna make a
Wasn't cool.
if you're gonna make a product like that,
Didn't
it's got
start cool,
it can't
not
just
gonna end
look
cool.
goofy as fuck.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm
It
saying.
just looks fucking.
It can't
goofy.
look like something that you hide and don't want to explain.
It looks like a
Yeah, what
Furby
is that? Oh,
stripped
that's
naked.
my wireless kissing bot.
It looks
when
like
I make out with it, it
Yeah.
makes out with my girlfriend.
It looks
She
like
lives
a-
in New York.
Don't
I
worry,
live in
baby.
LA.
I'm here with you,
The
though.
test.
She means nothing to
the
me.
The test of a future object is that you can't sound like a crazy person when you're describing. The
Yeah, this is
thing.
my kiss
You know what I
ball?
mean? You're like, oh, what's that on my
I
desk?
just kiss a ball when I'm lonely. You should try it.
It's like,
Like,
yeah, when I'm talking to my girlfriend through my computer, I start making out with it, and then she can feel me kissing her, and I can feel her kissing me through it.
Because she's making out with her ball that she has in her place.
No, yeah,
I'm making out with.
she has another one of these too, and we kiss.
They were
them
only like
together.
50
Now,
$54.99.
can I just say, if you attach that technology to like a flashlight, and I could like be talking to somebody, and they're like, I'm gonna give
and,
you,
okay, so
and I could
she's
put it
got
in
like
it
a
would be like-
vibrator as you've got a fleshlight.
right, and she was like, it would
And that's
sort of
how
feel
you're
like,
doing it?
yeah, I could.
Well, now,
talk-
okay,
I
what
could
would
kinda-
you have though? Because it's both. So are you gonna have some
No,
stimulation on your end?
so she
No,
somehow like
because the way that
molds
your
her
dick
vagina.
fucks the flashlight would be like the way that the dildo
well, I'm
fucks
trying
her.
to say if she's got a vibrator though,
Right.
you would have to have some sort of genital stimulation.
Fleshlight.
As well, too, if you're a man.
Fleshlight. I mean,
No,
we're-
so you got a flashlight.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
did you miss the first
No,
part?
I-
of this?
okay, I missed the
Oh,
first.
okay.
So she's
You
got a
take,
flashlight.
you take
got
a molding
vibrator,
of her
okay.
vagina and somehow shape it.
I am aware of the
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, you were confused a second ago.
I missed
didn't know
that.
how much
I
had to
missed that we were
explain.
putting a flashlight on the
Okay,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I can kind of see that.
So you
like,
would. So
You
would
could
get
go.
down
You
with that
could
then?
go your whole relationship with never being in the same room with this. This is like what because I've been reading articles about people like meeting on WoW, and
I'm
continuing
sorry.
their lives
what's-
like that.
Warcraft. Yeah, okay.
Warcraft?
I got that. Warcraft. Yeah, Warcraft.
Invest in
yeah.
these things, you guys. Long distance relationship.
But the
nothing.
thing about it, though,
I mean, they
is that
already don't care.
Here's the
that they
thing.
see real humans.
Part
so-
of the
Okay.
thing with long distance is
But why
that
not?
it sucks, you can't have the physical contact or whatever.
Every
you know what I
day.
mean? But part of, I guess,
But the
what
best part is they don't know when you're fucking somebody to get over that loneliness.
Well, that's
so
not
that's
the
pretty
best-
awesome.
That's not the best.
No,
part.
I'm
a
just,
real
I'm
positive
just,
way
I'm
to
just
look
letting,
at it.
yeah.
No,
Look,
I
I
mean,
look on the
that's
bright
not-
side of
no,
life.
That,
you know,
I mean, I don't
Just a
think
ball of sunshine.
yeah,
think
that's what I do.
that's none of those
I'm a
things.
big ball of sunshine.
None of those
big
things,
ray of
But
ray of sunshine.
digressing would be the point that you like. It's supposed to be almost like the physical nature of it. You're supposed to like. We want to transcend it, I guess, in a way. So it's all cool and well that you have the ability to make out with something and you can like experience making out or whatever. But like if it doesn't seem like it would be the very gratifying experience. Do you know what I'm
Wait,
saying?
all right.
Just get you going, like even more so. Maybe you go out and try to find that.
Well,
No,
no, wait,
again,
let
why
me-
does it always have to go back to going out to find somebody else?
All
Why
right,
can't you
hold
just-
on. I'm just taking
be
this. This probably
frustrated
will
and-
never be the thing, and I'm not trying to be like. I'm not just trying to be like. It'd be a funny topic. I'm literally meaning this because I'm trying to think of. Let's just suppose they made such a device wherein there was like a male sort of faceless robot jelly thing or whatever, right? And a female version,
Some
right?
sort of Terminator?
No, maybe,
T2
but
for
no,
sure,
but you
dog.
wouldn't.
He'd be the ultimate.
Sure, but not like in the face. Like it would be faceless. I'm talking like it would be colored blue or something, and it would be
Could
no
download a
face,
face.
nothing. It would just be kind of like a gelatinous whatever.
So a blue
Doesn't really
Terminator.
matter.
So like an interactive blow up doll.
Would you just give me a moment here? All right, hold on. I'm explaining the product. So that's the thing. It's just this kind of whatever thing. And then you put on these virtual reality glasses, right? So now you can, via webcam, you can see your partner wearing, whatever.
What's controlling on her side? So it's
Hold
like
on a
as
goddamn
you're-
minute.
getting
So I'm getting there. You got to
Okay.
let me pitch the product to you.
We're
So on the
Well,
dude's
that's what
side,
a
he's got this
producer would
basically
say.
this love doll, but he's got the glasses on too, so he can see you. And so it sort of looks like when he embraces this doll, it sort of looks like he's embracing you, and vice versa. And it feels that way because you're physically touching something that's the same size and shape. It's a human, you know what I mean? It's got holes and all this, right?
But it comes in other models.
Right, of course. You don't want to leave the gays out of this. They have all the money. So, and the Jews.
Jews.
And the Jews.
Oh.
And the Jews.
Cannot forget about
the
Jews.
Jews.
Again, I would put that on the board, but I
I like that we did it at the same time.
Yeah.
Jinx, you owe me a blowjob. So anyway,
I've never heard of Jinx like that.
No,
that's the new.
I don't know
Jinx.
how often I'd play it.
I
would prefer a
Please
Coke.
take me back to the old Jinx.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. Jinx, you owe
Right
me a
now.
cock. Like
Yeah.
that is not.
No, you don't owe me a cock. You owe me blowing me. I don't want your cock.
I'm like afraid you're gonna.
I want
hold
your
me to
mouth.
this,
You
like,
see.
as
All right.
hard as
I mean,
it
it's
is.
all
Anyway,
very
so you've got
unfortunate.
that's. I feel like
Rest of
that's
our
probably the
friendship.
future. Is a sort of virtual thing where you're fucking something that's human-like, but it's just basically like a shell that has a bunch of sensors in it, so that the person getting fucked is getting fucked also by their similar doll thingy.
So like the way they filmed Avatar is how.
Kinda, yeah, but you're remote
that's a
entirely.
lot to invest in being able to fuck
But
someone.
wait,
for
I
a
thought
while.
in Avatar, doesn't he physically gut up out of the thing, but now he's in a different shell, or is it literally virtual reality?
At some point, he transfers his soul. It's like supposed to be some sort of virtual.
I didn't watch
reality.
the whole
But I
thing.
guess
I
that's
watched
the
the
whole
first
thing
part
about
and
the
thought
long
this
distance
is for
relationship,
gays.
and it's supposed to be the great challenge of it is that it's supposed to be
Without the
more
touch.
than the physical. What is
Yeah.
your relationship when you take away this very
Ability to see each
integral, primal base
To be around someone
human
else of the
thing?
opposite sex.
Because again, see how quickly the references turn to in the midst of this short conversation. Like, well, I'll just go out and I get so flustered I gotta go out and find somebody else or
Yeah.
fucking somebody else. That's how
I
quickly
don't
and integral.
condone that.
No, I'm not saying you condone it or whatever. I mean, even though the way the references are geared, it's just so it's almost like not to make it a comparison, but in the same way that we talk about racism and sexism and homophobia and how baked into culture they are, that it's just so casual.
Sure.
You just toss out things.
Okay.
That it's not even an issue of condoning it because it's just so baked into it. You don't even
Right,
you don't
right.
even
Yeah.
know
Right.
what you're
Right.
condoning. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
It's so just baked
The
in.
moment you talk about long distance relationships, it's immediately like, well, then who are you fucking? Or,
right,
like, how
exactly.
do you get it? You
it's
just
the
jerk
idea.
off all
well,
the
it's
time.
gonna like well, what
All
is
the
it? Like
time.
it's
Do you guys have fucking phone
it's
sex
not
every
a-
night, or what do
it's-
you do?
talk about a long
Yeah.
distance relationship, and the whole focus doesn't
Just
go on to
ends.
like, well, you two must really like each other.
Yeah.
It goes on to
Everybody
like,
goes. I noticed that when I first moved back, everybody would be like, "Well," I tell people I was in a long distance relationship, and the first thing, multiple people would be like, "Oh, okay, well that's gonna end soon," and it's like, "Oh." thanks
it's this whole
for the
focus on a
bullet
long distance
Are
relationship.
you? Were you? Sorry.
Was not anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
but
Sorry, go ahead.
the whole thing.
What?
of,
Nobody
like,
congratulates people.
It's a good point.
You should.
I've
I
never
feel like when
felt
people
that
get
kind
out of a
people are
relationship,
like,
you should
"Oh."
congratulate. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's a good thing because
okay.
being in a shitty, loveless situation, that's worse than
That's
just
fair.
being
I will
alone.
give you.
Because
that
now you
point.
have hope to find somebody who doesn't suck, and
Maybe.
that's congratulations.
someone who's a better fit for you. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Well, I'm just trying to build up his esteem by
Yeah.
downplaying whoever was before. You see,
Yeah.
this is how you work.
Yeah, I get it.
Everybody sucks.
Call me
That's
every day,
all you
folks.
got to do.
But what?
Anyway, congratulations.
My whole thing is with the long distance relationship. Whenever it comes up, or whenever someone talks about it, I feel the primary focus is on. Well, I can't
negative
do the long
ended.
distance because like eventually.
You want-
What about when I need to have you
Be
physically,
Right,
or like I
right.
have this physical need or whatever? And when people talk about long, it's like, well, damn, like you gonna go that long without like having sex or like being able to see somebody? I couldn't do that, you know. And it's never like, yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, you like that person, you could just hang out for a while. I guess that's not. So I guess like it doesn't matter if you condone it, if it's just so it's just so inert or innate, rather, I should say, into the conversation. There's nothing to condone. So I just think it's weird in that regard. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like, do you not like long distance relationships more often than not are probably set up to fail because as human beings, that physical need is so fundamental to things
absolutely.
like relationships. It's almost antithetical to the thing that you're trying to go after. Do you know?
Well,
Like,
I
that's
mean,
why
it-
it's
it-
very rare
there's-
to see long distance relationships work to the point that you bridge it back to being with each other in the same place again, because everyone that you talk to about it is going to just be like, well, it's just a matter of time till you go out and find some physical urge or something.
Well, I
Or
think
that
Or
the other,
just
or
like
that the other person is doing it, so you got to
engines
beat them to the punch.
Well, but what I'm saying is, like, especially with all the online communication and such, it is sort of easier to some degree to fake a lot of aspects of a relationship. But the problem is that, like, for instance, you lose something like 60-70% of the meaning of everything said by typing. I mean, you miss intonation, any sort of sarcasm.
I'm a real good typer. Bro.
You know what I mean? This
Yeah,
kind
right.
of thing. I try to
Accent
use like
aigu
bold and
every
italic
time.
and like, oh, caps this and lowercase this.
Talk, baby.
You know what I mean? Try to put a period in the middle of a sentence so that it emphasizes this, that, or the other thing. I use
Hella
commas properly.
Dots.
Yeah, I'm with you. Hella commas, of course.
Hella commas.
This motherfucker's
that
been in
on the board.
NorCal
Put that shit
way
on
too
the board.
long.
I know.
You're using
The
hella.
Born and raised, dog.
Hella commas.
I remember,
Anyway,
like,
my
eight-
point
8
is that
months
you
into living
lose
in LA,
you lose a
someone called it out.
shitload of meaning by just typing.
Yeah.
And then like if you can see them, you get facial expressions. I could go in there, but like it's a sort of thing that if you're dating for now I've seen it happen a million times. People date for 5-6 years, but they live across town, so they hang out on weekends or something like that, or a couple days a week or something like that. And then it's like, oh, we're gonna move in together, and just in my head I'm going, it's not gonna last. Like you've been together and you know each other in a very separate. You kind of know
Well, then
each
how
other.
does that
as,
ever
like-
open it up to ever taking the next step? You know what I mean?
Well, no,
Like,
I'm
if
just
you're gonna
saying,
live
like,
across the town from
you
somebody,
don't
eventually
want-
at
you don't
some
wait
point, that's
6
what
years.
The
goes.
thing about
Yeah,
long
no.
distance that's so fucked is like
You got to spend a shitload of time together. It might work, but a lot of times it doesn't because you don't know really what that person's like. What you know is what it's like to hang out with them,
Yeah.
but you don't know what they're
I
like
get
as a.
that.
You know what I'm saying?
But if you still spend most days with them, eventually you see like
Most days, sure, but I'm talking about the people who are like, oh, I got a 9 to 5 job. We hang out on the weekends, kind of thing. That
I
happens.
think
a
that's
lot.
a little different from having a 9 to 5 job and like at 7 you go over to her place and then another day.
I
she
guess
goes over to your
the
place.
ones that start up as long
No, it's cool,
distance,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying, Mitch. A little bit more.
My point is a toilet, and Josh dumped in it. That's fine. That's cool.
Hey, it's not like
It's
Mitch.
turn-
it's
it's
not like
turn
Mitch
about- it's
9,
turn about
Josh
flavor.
1.
Yeah,
something
turn-
like
I
that.
mean, I'm just
Turn
saying,
the
like, I'm just trying to make a solid point, and you're going, hey, here's a thing you weren't talking about that would be completely
Well, I think it's
counterpoint
weird,
to
man.
what you said.
I think the thing about long distance and the physical requirement of human relationships is very interesting because you think about something like war, man. You think about fucking war, people going off.
Perfect example.
Fight.
Perfect example.
You know?
Yeah.
And you're supposed to have these and we make all these movies and we romanticize the shit out of people going out and fighting battles and long lost loves and coming back and people going then their love comes back and they had already started this other life because they thought they were dead, but then the love comes back and then they give up this other person and because I still love you, you know what I mean? But in reality, they're like, you left and I just went and started having sex with someone else.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
It's a weird thing because I can't help but feel like the number one thing that you should tell anybody in the military is like, don't have a girlfriend. Like that's got to be torturous. You're over in another country, you have no idea when you're
gonna tell
gonna.
them boyfriend or girlfriend, and you don't know who you're talking to.
All right, fair enough. A partner. You're right. I'm sorry. That's very true point.
Seriously.
So you shouldn't have a
We
partner.
offended a lot of
It's
people.
a bad idea.
Just now.
It's not even so much about being offensive.
No,
It's
but I
like,
know what you
it
mean.
goes back to the don't be a dick if you can help it.
Yeah,
So I was accidentally a dick. My apologies.
that's what the co-host.
Because I was
for.
making a lot of assumptions about people.
That's
so
what
it's
I'm here
okay.
for.
Thank you.
Assumptions
anyway,
are where to go.
To that point, so what? Because I can imagine you're in another country, and it's like to you, they're your everything. They're your sort of link to home.
They're your whole life. I mean,
Yeah.
when we talk like the word lifelines are really. I mean, it's one of those words that I always like when you feel like it's too simple to
right.
really
And
appreciate.
the same thing
But
happens,
that's
by
what
the
it
way.
is,
The same
you
thing
know?
happens
Yeah.
in prison.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Photos in the
meanwhile,
foxhole.
how many times have you met people who have a partner in prison or in the or away in Iraq or Afghanistan or whatever, and you're just sitting there going like, okay, and they're just going on with their
Man,
lives.
you are
It's like,
not
you've
my
got
everything.
you've got this whole life minus that person. They've got nothing plus you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like this weird kind
Yeah,
of.
you are the only thing connecting me to a sense of fulfilledness and
Yeah.
contentment, whereas you still have that attachment to me, but you are also in a better position to actually go out and find something that you feel can supplant this thing between us.
On a much smaller level, but somewhat similar in feeling, is either of you ever worked retail?
Of course.
No.
Okay. Well,
Well,
you work
not in like store retail,
Well,
but I've worked.
I have.
fast food,
Many
anything like
retail.
that.
No fast food.
Okay. Well,
Restaurants, dog.
any,
Have you been with
Have you ever had
guests?
customers?
I've had plenty of customers. When I worked as a TiVo repair. And
Okay.
upgrade, yeah.
Well, that's a little bit different, but okay. What I'm talking about, when you're working retail, maybe you can relate, who knows? But when you're working retail or fast food or something like that, nothing pisses you off quite as much as seeing people having fun and they're just stopping through where you are. And you're like,
I serve now at a couple restaurants where
Right.
I'm living out, and
and you just hate everything about it.
every
Right? Yeah.
last couple holding hands
yeah.
across
Yeah.
the table.
Yeah.
There's little 2-person booths we have where it's like
Yeah.
it's not even. It doesn't even make
Because you're
sense
like,
to
especially
fit
if your
two
friends
people.
stop by with other friends, and you're like, I want to hang out with you guys, but I'm fucking
It
stuck
doesn't
here.
even make sense to
and
fit
you
these two
and
people
you're like,
on one
you
side
guys
of the
can
booth,
you guys
and
can
yet they're
eat
sitting together.
and have a ball and then leave here and go fucking do whatever
a
you want.
degree-
But I'm stuck here the whole time.
I feel that I can relate to that
Okay.
as the dude
As
who
a
ran
TiVo
payroll
repairman. Okay.
at the company, just seeing people with money
oh yeah.
being like, you motherfuckers can go to Cheesecake Factory and just eat. And like, meanwhile, I have nothing. You know, I have nothing. I
To
get
be
that.
fair, you have more than they do because they had Cheesecake Factory,
Oh.
and for some reason their lives are so fucking empty that they might think that's a treat, which
No,
it's
son,
not.
they
Because
still got
fuck
plenty
the
of it.
Cheesecake Factory.
No, son, that shit
What a
is real
terrible
delicious.
fucking
Very
restaurant.
delicious.
Popeyes. I'll probably get some Popeyes.
I'm telling you something. I get some Popeyes.
All right,
That's
listen.
Yeah.
I ain't got no Popeyes money though.
Do you
That's what I'm
realize-
thinking when I see the Cheesecake Factory. Yeah, I can get 2 Popeyes meals, but what in your Cheesecake
Josh
Factory meals?
Inner Fat Waldron will spend the rest of this podcast thinking about the fucking
Honestly,
Popeyes now.
A couple
you
minutes
see?
after chips, my mind
Yep,
went to
there you
Popeyes,
go.
and I've
You
been
see?
thinking about it
Why?
this
Because
whole
he's
time.
black? Is that what this is about?
You
That's
motherfucker.
exactly why.
Okay.
I
I'm
think
just-
about
at least he's
Popeyes
honest.
and
That's all that
look at
matters,
you.
right?
Lying.
Various
son of
other
a
black
bitch.
things, cocoa butter,
No,
You ain't
man,
never been
this
to
is
no
weird, though, I
Popeyes.
guess.
hip hop.
This is weird, man. People like that. I mean, it's just weird. I guess.
I mean,
Long as-
it's a similar feeling, though, right? Like
The
where
war
you,
thing,
where
I
you
think, is
see where you see that like again, especially if it's people you know, like having fun, and you're stuck in a place where you're like, I can't go with them, but I want to. And fuck you all. I hate you.
But I guess
yeah,
everyone
retail
is
and,
so
and, I
like
try not to have fun in front of retail or fast food people
'Cause it's
because I don't
very-
want them
yeah.
to like.
It's
get
a public
pissed at me.
service, Mitch. We appreciate
Yeah,
it.
I'm just
But it's like I think it's the
everybody
same thing. Where
don't
it's
have
like,
fun in front of people.
It's very like, it's so just an afterthought. The whole like the interest and focus on sex. I mean, I think we've had a similar kind of conversation before, where those kind of evolutionary aspects that were not very different from animals in that sense. You
Well,
know?
I'm not even really talking about sex, but okay, I understand.
But you know what? But I guess in certain
in
sense
regards
of like,
to the kissing robot, sure, but
Oh.
I guess
well, that need though. I'm talking about in terms of that need.
I will
because
say-
that's not just something that's just being invented out of fucking. I mean, it is not. It is somewhat recreational, but there is this, especially in a more global telecommuting, world where you are going to have more and more relationships with people in different quadrants of the world,
Yeah.
and people are going to want things
Yeah,
like
yeah.
fucking weird kissy face robot shit. You know, so like it's not like they're just making it to just pawl around with. They're like,
Well, I will
we
say
we
this.
feel like there's a void, there's a need here that needs to be addressed here.
Well, like probably maybe 2 months ago, quite randomly out of nowhere, I was like sitting on the couch, I was petting my cat, and a thought hit me, and I was like, I have not like cuddled with anybody in like 3 years, and I suddenly right
It's
at
a
that
rough
moment,
thought.
it was weird.
rough
I was
one
like
to
right in that
go
moment, I was
through.
like, this might be
It's
the
one
first.
you never think
It
you'll
was
have
yeah, it was
ever,
literally the
but
first
you'll
time in my
think
life
about
that
it
I was like,
if you've gone a
I
while
want to
without
cuddle somebody right now. Like I was sitting there going like,
Or
my
to
cat's
be
not
cuddled.
doing it. No, I don't need. I'm the big spoon. Let's be fair. I'm the outside.
They
I'm
don't
the
be
big
any
spoon.
kind of
I'm-
silverware, flatware you need, dog.
I'm the and look. I'm the
make this work.
outside. You say they can be the little spoon inside or whatever, but I'm the big spoon outside. Nobody cuddles me. That feels weird to me. I
Companionship.
can't hang with
I
that.
just mean to be
Companionship's a weird
cuddled. I
thing.
don't mean like.
No, I
just
mean, yeah,
cuddled
no,
back.
I
You
mean,
can
I'm
be
like,
whatever
I-
spoon you want to be.
Yeah, I'm
Like, you
just,
someone
just-
reciprocating the cuddle.
Well, I just need them to be
Instead of
there.
you spoon
No, I
feeding
don't.
Wait, you just go around spooning people who don't want to be spooned? Is that what you've been doing?
Is that not cool? Is that like a no?
Can't do that. Is that
We're not all on that part. Like my
No, you mean that's not
is that the new
acceptable?
rules of this world? What's
My-
that?
my
When did
high-
they make that
my high school
decree?
football coaches were big fans of this. Like I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
understand.
Oh,
how
okay.
you catch on.
That's fair. That's fair.
Consent for him to spoon you now? This is ridiculous.
I remember in
Yeah,
high school
yeah.
I quit football and my mom like she was like why don't you want to play anymore? Why don't you want to play anymore? I was like and really I just didn't want to tell her I just don't feel like going to practice anymore. But her first instinct was to be like, did he touch you? Like I remember I remember driving and I was just like, should you just say yes so she'll shut up or like I was like nah. Finally I was just like mom I just don't want to go to practice anymore. It hurts. Like I'm tired of being hit by people that are bigger than me.
It hurts is probably not the best way to
Yeah,
come back
no,
from that.
yeah,
I don't want to go to
yeah,
practice.
right.
It hurts.
Yeah.
What's this
Probably not
comedy
good.
thing,
Probably
mom
not good,
acting?
yeah.
Like I'll get into that instead.
I was thinking, just thinking about like things that are societally unacceptable. I have to feel like when toilets were first invented, or like when that sort of became a thing, there had to be a guy who like missed the boat on that one.
Yeah.
Who was
Still
just out
shitting
there
in
fucking pissing
holes
in the
that he's-
middle of
yeah.
a fucking, and people are like, "What are you doing, Bob?"
The
and
pissing
he's like,
station.
I'm
They closed
pissing.
that weeks ago.
I'm pissing. And they're like, no, we don't do that anymore.
Bob,
Now, Bob, we
there's
have
a room.
We have a place for that. And he's like, what? We
There's
have
a
yeah,
lock
no, yeah,
sometimes.
you do that now. We go in there now.
It's like MySpace.
And there's
It's
got to
like,
be, yeah, somebody's
it's
got to
like,
be taking a
Bob,
shit in the middle of the
there's
street.
Facebook.
Yeah, we don't shit in the middle of the street anymore, Bob. Bob, the room's out. Poor Bob.
Bob, stop. Pull your pants up.
Yeah.
Bob, like it's been 10
Ditto
minutes
fucking
now.
in public. Ditto
Yeah.
any number of things. Bob, we don't just fuck in public
Bob,
anymore.
stop hitting women. Bob, get back.
We don't do that anymore, Bob.
It's not.
Poor
I know.
Bob.
I miss it too.
Yeah.
But Bob, you got to cut it out.
Oh, good times. Good
Yeah.
times.
I
Yeah,
gotta
so it's
piss
got to
now. I've
happen.
been waiting so long to piss, and finally Teddy made it okay for me.
Dude, what do you think that this is like a non-pissing
you can't do it.
podcast or something?
Can't
I'm
do
the
it.
only one that's not allowed to use the bathroom.
You can pee, bitch. You know.
No, it's okay. I only do that like right before bonus.
That's poor time.
That's when I'll use the
That's a poor
bathroom.
choice.
Let's see what's this.
Poor choice.
We got give or take 18 minutes.
I wish I could remember what I was gonna say.
Oh, I'm sorry. We fucked up your whole world, didn't we? That was a good conversation about the things and such.
That's good. Yeah, long distance.
Long distance and whatnot.
I mean, it's just an
I
interesting
think I've done
thing.
it like once, and yeah, it did not work out. It just I feel it, because I guess my thing is I need to know. Maybe
It's just-
I'm the kind of person who like tests people, kind of not like intentionally, but I sort of in my head. I'm always building a case file for people and situations, and so if I can't build a case file, I get really uncomfortable because then I have no answers to my questions.
Long distance is interesting for me, especially for the reasons that we were just talking about, because so much is focused on the physical. You know what I mean? And like sex is so integral for so much with relationships and just people and culture and society. And like you've mentioned before many times that that's not a thing that I really care about. You know. It's not that I don't enjoy it, but like it's not a focus for me. It's not a thing that.
I mean, it's not your sole driving force like it is mine, but I mean,
but
I get you.
But it's not like, but it cannot even come across the radar, you know. So like for a long distance relationship, where like a lot of people would struggle in that regard, to being like, well, like what am I gonna do in this regard, you know? Like I can't be with this person intimately and for like all this period of time or whatever.
Right.
For someone like me, you're just kind of like, well, okay.
I was
it's not ideal, but whatever.
I started seeing a therapist while I was up there, and she was even telling me the first thing when I mentioned I had a long distance relationship. First thing she says was like, "Well, is your relationship strong?" And I was like, "Well, maybe not." And she was like, "Well, even for the strongest relationship on the planet, a long distance relationship would be hard. So if the relationship party itself isn't strong, then the long distance is only going to compound that." So.
Yeah, man. I mean, you gotta have real like.
Well, I can remember actually when I was trying to quit smoking one time, and I went to see a hypnotherapist, which is not at all a therapist, but I remember him asking me about my girlfriend, and he goes, oh, "What's she like?" And I was like, "She's cool, man." And he goes, "All right." And I was like, "What's that?" And
not
he goes,
believing you at all.
And he just goes, "Well, that's not gonna last." And I was like, "We've been together for like 3 years," and he's like, "Mm-hmm." And I was like, what the fuck?" And he's like, "Ask me about my wife." And I was like, "No," because now you're just trying to prove a point, you know? And he's like, "Listen, people who really enjoy their partners, that's not how they answer." And I was like, "Is that kind of thing where your brain, everything in your body goes, he's so right, but I can't let him know." And I just went, "Well, okay, man, cool." Like, whatever. That's just like your opinion, man. But like my brain was going, my brain was like, "Oh, he's so right, and it hurts.
Fucking
it hurts."
Worlds be colliding.
That's what just happened. Sorry. You want to decree that?
Oh. Worlds be colliding.
See, it's feels epic, right?
Simba.
I am your father.
But no, I mean it is a good point though, where it's like you've got to have. I mean, because most people can be in the same place with someone all the time.
I feel like if the first thing that you mention is that you're in a long distance relationship, is a sign that it's not going to go well.
That's that's what's on your mind. What's on your mind is the fact that that person is away from you. Why are they away from you? What are you focused on?
Yeah, if they said you have a girlfriend, you'd be like, "Yeah, she's great." That would be an entirely different story than, "Well, I'm in a long distance relationship."
What if you say?
By the way, you have a tick of glitter on your forehead that you need to remove.
That's bringing me my
All right, we just keep it.
Why are we calling me like I was in the zone? And now
either
I'm like
keep it on your forehead or like take it off with TB. But don't you dare rub your forehead and put it on my couch.
Put it all on the couch.
You will be banned forever.
Yo,
I could have gone straight to the thigh.
Fuck yo, couch. I could get a new forehead.
I'm keeping an eye on that.
You can get a new couch. What I'm gonna do about my forehead?
Your cat's walking around and shedding, scratching everything it wants to.
No,
and I can't
there's no glitter allowed in this apartment. I want that.
Wish I had full forehead. Rub all glitter.
No glitter allowed. Thank you. And don't run by the pool area.
Simba.
Remember.
But you gotta have some real strong ties. Because I mean, that's what I'm saying. You have people. I mean, we all know people who are with each other on a constant basis who freak the fuck out over everything within the relationship: text messages, phone calls, appointments, Facebook messages, anything and everything. And you gonna tell me that
too much, man?
You know, those people are together all the time.
Yeah.
And then you go off for 3 months, 6 months, a year. And you're going to expect that to somehow sustain when you two are actually in a position when you can fight and then make up and have make-up sex and all that good jazz and repeat whatever dysfunctional, destructive cycle that you're in. But you don't get that.
It's actually, you're literally describing exactly what I was going through. Like, I'm sitting here trying to riff with you guys, but I'm like, fuck, dude. He's like,
this is too real for me, man. It's too real.
Wait, that was a good point, too. Fuck. I'll be a second.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
No, I mean it's cool.
Nothing
because
beats. Listen, nothing beats the
had a
makeup
chat
sex.
with the
It's cool.
ex roommate about the same thing right before I came over here, and it's like as I was on the bus ride over here, I was like, man, I don't want to get into this shit with my ex roommate. I don't. And then all of a sudden, just which out of 8 articles, I'm gonna pick the one that leads us directly into long distance relationship.
I have noticed something about people referring to things in their past. Ex is shit that was like really close to them, and former is shit they didn't really care about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like at my former job, blah blah blah.
That's
But
a
you'd
good
never be like at my ex job.
My ex job.
Yeah. But if you ran into your old boss and you guys were still friends, like, oh, that's like my ex boss.
Well, to be
like,
hon-
okay, you guys are cool.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
okay.
be like, you wouldn't if you said like, oh, my former girlfriend, like you've completely detached.
Yeah, that's true. That's a solid
Alright.
point.
I'm sorry, just something.
No, let's
quick-
talk
just
about
a
the
quick-
thing that bugs me
no.
every day more. I mean,
No, it's a
like,
good point.
that's what I want. No, I thought this would be a
Are
momentary
you talking about
vacation.
the
but
girlfriend is a thing now, or the whole situation is a thing?
This is the whole situation.
Okay,
yeah.
that's fair.
Well, we don't got to do that. I just my point.
There were
I was just-
theories put out to the planet that the last time you were on here was the reason why some shit went rocky with your girl.
No,
That was put out by at least 2 different people.
we were just dysfunctional. That's all.
That's fine. I'm just
saying,
telling
though,
you,
man.
like, that's what happens when you just fucking leave. Is people start blaming our podcast for your relationship. And I was like, aren't they
It was
still
you
there?
two. They were happy.
He was like, yeah, remember you guys got in that
You
titty
had to get 'em to
conversation,
riff.
and that
That's
was,
one
it was
thing
all
they
over.
Had to
You
riff.
should. You should.
I don't even think she listened that far. So like,
I mean, whatever.
Well, that's one thing I think.
She's listening tonight. She's gonna hate you tomorrow.
And,
Yeah.
conclude, and that should be the
Hated me
fucking straight
yesterday, so where are we
riffing
gonna go?
pamphlet front page.
yeah, right. if she's listening to you now.
If she's listening tonight, she'll hate you tomorrow. Thank you.
And this
Have a
is
good day.
straight riffing.
Do you want to do the decree?
One day. You'll now I sound like
You can't.
because I went regular voice. I sounded like
Just
the
sounds like he was
puberty-
looking for his friends in a cave.
Seriously.
Guys, hello?
It's getting late.
Oh shit.
Wait, was that a cat?
You literally sound just
Oh.
like the
that was just the cat.
the PA
We're
announcer
okay.
at
We're okay.
Oakland Coliseum. Like I go to Raider games, and you sound just like the guy
Listen,
who's like,
listen.
"In
You
the
cannot
fourth
talk about
quarter."
the Raiders
Yeah.
while wearing a hat
Yeah,
and a
yeah.
T-shirt for the Raiders.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I have a jersey that I
Black
brought just
hole,
in case.
Raider Nation.
Hey, my
I
seats
mean,
are
like,
right in the black
stand
hole.
I mean,
up.
I'm telling you, it becomes the thing.
It becomes.
I figured I did find something, by the way, that I wish that it was in the U.S., but it's in the U.K. That I wanted to talk about
Anarchy?
the zombie shopping mall experience. That I swear, if it was here, I would want to go so badly with Teddy.
What is this?
It's
Yo, is this some real like apocalyptic shit, B?
it's this, here's what happens. These you go into it's an
Fucking
abandoned
Dead
shopping
Rising.
mall, right?
Oh no.
And they
son.
hire like 200 extras to look like zombies to
No,
just walk
son.
through the shopping mall. They give you
son.
airsoft guns,
Yeah, I'm killing
and you just
everybody.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm
That's the point.
Dude, I love airsoft
You get to
guns.
go into the mall.
I
and
actually got
act
shot
like
right here
killing
and in the
everybody,
eye
son.
once with an
they're
airsoft
wearing
gun.
like
These two
protective
crucial
shit
times.
underneath the makeup that you can't see, and they and you fucking like
Yo,
hit them with
headshots.
these.
Headshots. Fuck your vest. I'm
Right,
coming.
exactly. No,
Seriously.
that's what I'm saying. Underneath the
One
makeup,
shot.
they're wearing like plates and shit, so that it like kind of bounces up. I don't know if they're all airsoft or if they're blood packs or what, but I'm like, dude, that would be the awesomest shit ever.
Yeah, I would. Be,
And I was like,
would
I was
be
just,
terrible.
I was reading it.
Oh,
I'll show you the
God,
little
I
like.
would not be able to handle myself.
I
I wish
wanna
there was
go
like a
with you
zombie
so
war
bad.
at some
Oh my
point. So
God.
zombie war veterans
Yeah.
could, like
Fight zombies in an abandoned shopping mall. It's the ultimate zombie experience. Prepare
Yo,
yourself
my
for the
God.
3 most horrifying reading.
So do you have the
shot-
whole mall to just run and camp
yeah,
out
it
There's
says,
in?
hella
in this-
smoke
In
machines.
this spectacular.
Look at all that smoke in just one
Look
picture.
at all those fucking zombies. You kidding me?
In this spectacular
God.
full immersion experience, which
Oh
by the
my
way sounds like
God.
virtual reality,
Oh my
not as
God,
cool as
is
this.
terrifying.
In this spectacular full immersion experience, you'll be briefed and armed by the police special zombie bashing unit. They'll fill you in on the full unfolding undead apocalypse that is going down in Reading Town. An apocalypse that, for once, you didn't cause, but will have to try and fix.
I
Then you'll hit
feel-
the spooky, deserted shopping mall, but you won't be shopping for that lovely little pashmina you saw in Little Woods. Instead, you and your team will be depleting the zombie population with full Bronson-style perspicacity. Using state-of-the-art special effects and large blood-inducing props, you'll tackle a series of computer game-like missions and a full run-and-gore fest with real live people.
Mitch, I
How
feel
fucking
a
awesome would
sense
that
of
be?
dread
Pretty awesome.
that is overtaking me. That is.
I could see you, like you got your arms crossed, you're fucking
I know.
fumbling your
and then you
eye-
do it
your
once and you leave the
elbows.
building and literally there's no one there. Like in the time that you were doing it, the actual zombie apocalypse took place.
Yo, I'm carrying real weapons on me in the thing. I'm carrying real blades.
Just in
and shit.
case that's how your horror story
No, because
starts.
I know
You're
that
28
I
days
know
later.
that there's no way I would be able to make it from that shopping mall or the abandoned shopping mall set to my car without wanting to stab something, most likely in real life. The paranoia would be too rampant. So you telling me that I'm in the real mall, right? Like I'm walking around.
Foot Lockers
These
and
motherfuckers
shit.
could just jump out of any store, any bush. I could.
They don't give you a guide.
Right, Mitch? Right? Am I right here?
No, well, I mean, you're part of a police.
Yeah.
So it's like-
But these motherfuckers
It's like
can come out
it's
of
like
any
a
store,
Disney
right?
Disneyland
Oh,
tour
yeah.
ride.
They can just come out of
No,
any
no.
store.
It's literally like you get briefed, you get your weapons,
And they throw me in a fucking
They give
mall.
you a limited set of ammo,
Right. Oh.
and you've got 3 hours in a shopping
What a
mall.
factoid.
Wait, you
Right.
got limited set. How much is limited, B?
I don't know. I'm assuming.
How many zombies are there?
Can I find ammo? Can I get makeshift weapons? You know I'm making weapons. I'm killing somebody's gonna die if I'm on this thing. 2x4.
It says
Dead
in the FAQ, what weapons will we use and what happens during the first session? You'll
What
meet,
happens?
You'll
Please
meet with a
describe
team.
it again for me.
You'll meet with a team of police firearm specialists who will provide you with airsoft weapons and give you basic training on how to use them to stay alive. During this 2.5-hour session, you'll be part of a story which unfolds in real time. You and your group will then take on the zombies in a run and gun battle. The experience will not be just about shooting zombies. Ammunition will be limited with only a few opportunities to refuel. As a survivor, you will need speed and steady nerves and smart thinking if you're going to make it out alive. Come on, that's awesome. For $120? Oh my god. Oh, dude,
I got
I
tickets
would.
to pay off,
I'm
dog.
almost
I'm going
tempted
to
to
court
take a
tomorrow.
fucking flight over to the UK to fucking take part
It'd be
in this.
worth
Like,
it.
that
The
was-
extra 1,000 you'd spend in
Yeah,
hotel
I
and
mean, just
airfare.
saying,
Just to spend 120 to hang out.
I don't know why people don't do this everywhere.
'Cause the
Because
fucking-
everybody loves
I
doing
don't
those stupid
need-
zombie
Should be in
walks.
Helpline.
But like,
to be terrified like this, yo.
terrified, nothing. You get to shoot zombies.
Are you allowed to like?
That's
is there
what
like a
we
bite
all
sensor?
want.
Because I'm terrified.
That's what we all want
My
to do.
survival instinct is super high.
would-
Hold on, I
fucking-
think we all want to survive the zombie movies, just to fight them in general. No.
No,
Yo, like I don't have this fixation with.
you don't
like,
think that you'd be like all just like, you know what? I gotta try. I want to watch.
If
a
I had
zombie's
an
head
excess
blow
of
up
money
so
and
bad.
was in England and someone was like, "Hey, we're gonna do this," I'd be like, "Yeah, all right, I guess."
this is
But
like the fucking England.
if it was that or Rent, I'm.
There's
probably
one of
gonna
those
play
other
Rent.
ones where like they there's a similar kind of game show. I think it's British too, where they have friends and they sign you up, and all of a sudden you
To get
end up-
scared.
Yeah, where you like get dropped off in like an abandoned,
Right,
like
right.
not mental institution, but some sort of abandoned kind of warehouse thing or whatever. And you are just like, what? You think it's just a fucking regular thing, or whatever.
Right,
And then
right.
all of a sudden it turns into some sort of zombie horror thing, and you like they just come.
gotta
at
get
you
to
down
the
the
other
hallway,
side and
you're just
shit.
like freaking the fuck out. You have
That'd
no
be a
weapons.
ridiculous
That'd be
like
awesome.
But
ride
it's
or
like,
like I guess so.
Awesome.
It's like scare tactic style, but you
Well, it'd be different
You're
if I
only
didn't
allowed to
know.
go through it
I mean,
once
it's
a
fair.
year and
no,
then
but
they
yeah,
change
but you
the
don't
game
know.
plan.
What I'm saying,
If I didn't
That
know,
would
it'd be a
be.
different
I bet
story.
people would go to that.
if you ever,
If I didn't know, I'd be a bit of a different story.
See,
No,
that's what
you
I'm saying.
even
You don't
go.
know, but you don't know in this situation. You have no idea that you've been sold out by your friends. If I ever found those people,
Oh yeah, no, fuck those guys, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, also at the same time, like if I'm in this weird and crazy shit starts happening, and there just so happens to be weapons around, I mean,
Anything's
somebody's
weapon,
getting
dog.
killed.
somebody's
I mean,
gonna die.
Yeah, right.
You're gonna have
Swinging
to
at
die.
somebody.
Somebody's gonna have
I was
to
just
die.
thinking that, like, thinking of
Attention,
swinging a bat.
zombies! You motherfuckers gonna have to die.
Yeah, you could not put me in any post-apocalyptic survival scenario
Yeah, and not expect some bloodshed.
and expect
Right.
that
An
everyone
instinct to
comes
kill.
out okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
dying or they're dying. My
Right,
brain,
right.
my brain, as I know it, is not going to accept.
So
for the-
worst idea ever would be take a paranoid schizophrenic, give him a 10 hits of acid, and then put him in this zombie shopping mall experience.
That
would be
would
a bad.
be
Because
among
they'd
the
be like,
worst
one end of the
ideas.
spectrum, yeah.
Yeah.
they're just going around snapping necks and eating people's arms.
If
and
you-
shit.
if you, like-
what are you doing?
Just gassed in PCP.
Oh,
Because of
God.
ventilation.
Basically.
He was indestructible.
I'm just saying. Here's what I can tell you. I would not.
His
Yeah,
health
right?
meter
I
went
can
up
tell you
way
definitively, I would not
Just
do.
glowing.
I would not sign up to be one of the zombies.
No.
no, sir.
high. Never.
Because
Get a bat to the
I would not
dome.
trust that these people that there's not one person in there who wasn't tricked
Trust
or whatever the
if there
fuck.
was
Like
someone
you know what I'm
me,
saying?
you know what
Oh
I
yeah,
mean?
no, you're
It
not.
is anybody like me in there.
They have
like,
internet videos. People send up their friends with like people in the back of their cars. Or like I remember there's this one video of like this woman like who literally gets like terrified and almost has like a heart attack and like falls over because they're planting people in the back
So
of
I'm
their
saying,
car every time she goes out
most
there.
people don't go through day-to-day life expecting imminent death.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
You're just
So like,
introducing that.
so
Yeah, well, that's what the thing
you
about
will-
scare
you're gonna-
tactics is like the ones that were realistic. I was like, okay, y'all are dicks. But the ones that were like really weird, like the one with the hospital experiment where the little creature guy, you know, the
Yeah.
dwarf that was dressed up as some kind of little monster came crawling out of the thing, and people were like freaking the fuck out. I'm like, it's hard for me to put myself in that because I'm like, I don't know. I'm not
Well,
trying
that
to
dude
say I'm
was
tough,
just like a
but
super scared dude anyway. You could tell.
yeah,
that
but I'm
overall
saying
his
like right off the
persona.
bat, I don't know that I would be like, oh my god, or if I'd be like, yeah, that's real cute, guys. Like,
I mean, I would be backing up and be like, "What the fuck's going on?" Like, but I wouldn't be like screaming. I'd be like, "All right, like, if you guys are playing a joke, you gotta let me know, because I'm gonna kick the fuck out of the thing if it comes near me." Like, that's where the line I think you're looking across.
I guess, but I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say because I don't.
You're telling me you're
I
sitting there
would've-
stone faced as this whole thing unfolds and this thing runs out, going, "No way, no way." I would
Well,
be like,
I mean, I
"No
don't
way,"
know.
but a
I
little
mean,
bit be like,
to be-
"Hey."
to be fair, I don't
if
think-
it's near me, it's getting kicked to the dome.
I don't
Like,
think
it's
that
right
like for those
there
scare
for my
tactics
reach.
people, they picked people who were
That
susceptible for
very-
that.
yeah,
so it's
exactly.
like the one that would have worked on me is like the one where a friend of mine picks up a fucking hitchhiker and I'm like, no, that's not cool. We're not taking hitchhikers. No, this guy's fine. And I'm like, I'm really wary. And then that guy starts trying to stab people. That one would get me because I'd be like, see, I fucking told you, motherfuckers.
punching that dude in the face.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
Hey, I'd probably do that too.
Yeah, who wouldn't? But the one where it's like a weird lab experiment, I'd be right off the bat going like,
What am I even doing?
like I don't
here?
yeah, like why am I I'm not a
no
fucking lab
chicks here, dude.
technician.
Like,
Like,
why'd you
I
take
don't
me
know
here?
anything about labs. I've never went to a medical anything. I don't know
Why was I
anything about the
issued a
human
coat?
body. Like what is and
I'm
then I'd
out.
see a little
I'm
dwarven
out.
guy,
I'm
I'd be
out
like,
for anything,
what?
bro.
You
I'm
know?
out. First sign of weirdness, I'm out. You know that game.
He's like, I'm out. Like,
Well-
I'm leaving. Y'all have fun with that
You know what I
dwarven
mean?
guy
You know what I mean?
monster. We're
First
cool.
Black
time,
dude
I
dies
don't, like,
first, I'm
yo,
gone.
I don't know. I ain't got nothing at my desk. Like every job that I have ever had, really, I've never kept a lot of shit at my desk. You know, I don't have no pictures. I don't got no knickknacks. I don't got any
Calendars
fucking
and
shit.
shit.
Nothing, bro. It's I got nothing.
Take a look at the lab real quick if you could. That'd be really awesome.
Yeah. I'll take him to the lab. Yeah, don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
That'd
But
be
no,
sweet,
I
dude.
really have no job I've never kept, and I've noticed that's the one thing too, especially about the last job that I was in, the real corporate gig. You know,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
have.
We're almost that time, but go ahead.
People come in with all kind of shit, you know, like all kind of little like sayings or inspirational shit and pictures about family and friends, but they have things that identify that there's a unique person who has this space. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fucking hate that. The people that like set up shit in their cubicle.
Well,
that's
you know,
like,
but, like,
oh, I got a
it's-
picture of my family. I got a
But,
cute
like,
little Dilbert
anything,
cartoon
it's
and
like
all that. Yeah,
anything,
no,
like
I'm with
there's
you.
some, but like I've never.
Yeah, I'm with you.
ever
I don't set up
had that.
base
and
and
it's
shit,
like
yeah.
if ever there was a day that they were like, you're out, I could just like fucking leave. Do you know what I'm saying? And I would have nothing left in the like.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Anything in the
Yeah.
desk would just be like office supplies.
Yeah.
And
I don't
and
set up
papers
camp or
related
anything, yeah.
to.
Well, the last job I had,
But I don't feel like.
I was
and
like,
that's-
hey,
it's so atypical.
I said I'm gonna cut my schedule down to 2 days a week where I'm gonna help you guys out. So and this was like on a Friday, and I was like, so I'm gonna come in on. Or actually, I think this was like a Tuesday or Wednesday. I was like, so I'm gonna come in on Monday. So 2 days, whatever. I came in that Monday to sort of help out. My office, not cubicle. I'm talking. I had an office with windows and a desk and 2 monitors cleared. Like I walk in and there's some girl sitting at my desk. All of my shit's gone. It's a whole new setup, new computer, new everything, new phone system. I was like, I'm talking in 2 days. They just made it into somebody else's. And they were like, here's all your stuff in the box. And I was like, I don't want any of that. It's all just papers. Like,
Right.
fuck, I don't.
Yeah.
So I'm the same way. It was like I didn't bring anything personal except for fucking headphones, little earplug
Yeah.
headphones,
But
and I
it's
was like, whatever,
I
they're
got
$10.
I got no pictures.
Yeah,
I got no
fuck you.
nothing. I've
Yeah.
never.
You
had, but
set up camp. It's
But
too
it's weird
yeah.
because I look around, walking through all those offices over all the time that I was there and seeing new people come in. That's a very quick thing because
It's like
people
prison,
go,
man.
Well, not even. I mean, it's like that's your space. That's the other space that you're not at home. That's it. That's the other spot. And for a lot of people, your home life maybe sucks. All you have is your job. You know,
I mean,
that's
I guess, but then you probably wouldn't do that, right? Like,
well,
you probably
no, you
wouldn't.
would because it's weird. That's how people are at work. They build facades, bro. It's all about facades. So you use the facade of having like.
I thought
yeah,
the whole idea was like, I spent a lot of time here. I'm going to make myself comfortable so I feel
no,
the
it's
comforts
that.
of
No,
home.
we're
or
talking
whatever,
about two.
you know?
We're talking about two very different things too, I guess. So just to, I
maybe
know
not
we're out of time. But no, but it is that like, hey, this is me. You know, like if I had to be separated from this space, it would take some time for that separation to
Right,
occur.
right.
You know,
I'd rather let my work speak for itself, you know?
right? Whereas like.
I don't want them to be like, oh, we can't fire him. He just put up a new poster.
Well, like anything, like you know, like if you like you know, if someone like if you terminated me from a job,
Right.
You know, like I don't like I could just walk
Like
out
on your lunch break,
I could
you
just
could be like,
I, could
I don't
just
even need to
walk
go back.
out- yeah, like I don't
yeah.
even need to be there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like nope, all that shit there, that's just you. That's you figure
I'm
that
eating
shit
across
out.
the street at the fucking Quiznos,
Figure it
and you
out,
text me and you
motherfuckers.
go, hey,
Yeah. Done.
your last check is in the mail. I don't even need to go back to the office.
You just text
I'm
them
like, all right,
back. What
cool.
took you so long?
Right, right.
Do you know
Yeah, we're cool.
that it's that kind of thing, and I feel
I don't
like
know how the fuck we went from a zombie apocalypse experience to this gesundheit. But
Okay, sure.
what. It's just that it's that sense of comfort, you know what I mean? Like you do the zombie apocalypse thing or whatever, and it's that idea of you like introduce that element of people who are being like, it's like you know that video of the black dude in the hallway where he's being interviewed
He gets
and
punched.
it pops out of the trash can with the gorilla mask and he just punches that dude in the fucking face. You know, it's like a Halloween thing.
I've probably seen it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Seen
and like
West
and
to
like he
Survive.
like fucking pops his like dude the gorilla mask and he just like and he's like ready to fight still.
Right,
The guy
right.
gets hit. And
Even
just
after he
drops.
backs up laughing,
Yeah,
he's still
yeah,
like,
yeah, he's like still ready to fight. But like that for him, like mad comfortable there. Do you know what I'm saying? Just like the same kind
That's
of thing.
why the black guys always die first in the horror movies because they're like, no, we're gonna fight this.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, they gotta kill him first because they know if they let him come around, they
Yeah,
get the jump on him.
exactly,
So you gotta
right?
kill him first, dude.
Then pick off the white people and
That's
the
all I'm
chicks.
saying, though. That's all I'm
Anybody
saying.
fucking?
The
going
flip side,
down.
like the flip side of that is like
They're
you know,
distracted.
and like you put that guy in the zombie
Yeah, well, you
apocalypse.
can't. You got to kill
got
off the
no
black guy
idea
because
what
he's like the siren, and
Right.
you got to take care of the siren.
Right.
Because he's gonna be like, oh shit, something's going down. Like that's a warning. You
Like,
got to
and
take
it-
care of
and
the
you can-
warning
and I
signals.
guess that's your
It's
point.
like if you're breaking into a
Right.
bank or something like that, the first order of business is disable the security system, paint black over
Yeah.
all the security cams, take care of all the warnings.
Yeah, so
there's
you-
no way for
you talking
anybody to
about
know
all the-
what's going down.
You talking about all the weapons and stuff, you know? But I'm saying like you introduce that element, you know, the dude like Josh is saying who's like still ready to fight even though he's laughing.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And you put him in this fucking whatever full immersion bullshit term they use.
In
That
the
dude-
abandoned warehouse.
Yeah, that dude is going to probably have
Grab
a very
some
hard
sticks
time
and-
Yeah,
holding
yeah,
on to the
yeah.
thing that this is just recreational. You
Right,
know what I
it's
mean?
fair. And I think you'd have to be a real. I have to feel like on the way there,
Which
there's
is
probably
it comes
a
back to
briefing.
the why would anybody
I
sign up to be a
fucking
zombie?
hope.
That's why.
Yeah, well, I fucking hope that during the briefing for both zombies and people who paid for the thing, there's like somebody who goes, "Listen,
you gonna die.
this is a full immersion experience."
For you too.
So that
you.
because the thing is, you don't know. Like, I mean, if they're not, if that's because you have to take care of that because you don't know that somebody didn't just like their
It'd be
friend
like the
paid
zombie
for
world
them.
on easy because all the zombies would be like, I don't know, he's got the fucking.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Is you got to make sure you got to like sit him down and like go, listen, before we head in there and it gets all real and shit, you got to know we're just playing. Don't try to kill
Then
anybody.
it's like
Don't
going through a
snap
haunted
at
house.
you.
You're gonna tell
Then
that
it's
to
like
that
going
same
through a
dude.
haunted house.
And that same dude's gonna be like, yeah, it's just a game and shit. And then all of a sudden, the doors are gonna close, and they're gonna be in an abandoned fucking shopping mall, and a survival instinct that real lizard brain shit's gonna kick in.
But you got airsoft pellets, and when you hit them, they go down, they fall, they die, they quote unquote die. So
Yeah.
I mean, at least you got that. I mean, if
Yeah.
they just like kept at you, then it's like, all right, now I got to snap some
Except
necks.
for the fact that you don't know motherfuckers might be coming up from behind your neck. Again, son, survival
awesome.
instinct.
Oh,
See,
God, I
you
wanna do
see
it
that
so
shit?
bad.
Somebody's gonna
Because it'd be
die.
fun.
man.
That was my
Here's the
first
thing
thought
is,
is
like-
that if you like give a back elbow to like their just throat, and
With
now
this-
they just can't breathe and they're on the
We'll
ground.
say this. I know we got.
Well, I think they probably keep the
But
distance.
you
But
and
I mean,
you and I played. What was it? Zombies on what, Call of Duty or
Yeah.
whatever that shit was.
That was
You know how the
some
motherfuckers
fun
just
times, yeah.
came out of nowhere all the time. Them zombies is gonna come,
Hell
baby.
of them too.
They're
like
just
3,
coming.
4, 5
hella,
zombies.
hella zombies. Hella commas. Hella zombies. Okay. It's
Hella
not
zombies,
enough.
comma,
You're gonna
chaos.
lose. I know.
Combies,
I know that I'm
whatever
not
you
gonna
need.
just be like, it's a game. It's a game. It's a game.
I actually really wanted to get an Xbox for the sole purpose of playing Left 4 Dead, but I still haven't
There's a
bothered to do
porn
it.
called Left for Head and a sequel called Left for Anal.
Hey.
Well, I feel like they
Now,
they gave up. They gave up on the
Is
sequel.
the first scene isn't somebody who like literally they don't take it literal, where it's like you walk in a hallway and there's a sign that says anal and it's an arrow pointed to the left, and then like go home and there's an arrow pointed to
Some
the
like
right.
hipster movie,
And they're
like Little
yeah.
Miss Sunshine. Just
No, I'm
like
saying
left
because they
forehead.
literally left for anal. They take a left for anal.
Like Tuesdays
Or
with
actually-
Maury.
yeah,
It's not
yeah.
a fucking instructional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just that'd be kind of funny if you did it that
Couple
way.
steps.
I was gonna quickly before we get out. I was gonna say I love going to those like Halloween haunted house things with chicks and stuff. But I've probably been to like 20 of them. I have flinched once in like 5 years of
Yeah,
going.
I flinched hella times. I'll be real.
I don't know what it is, but for some reason, and I'm like happy that my brain knows. My brain will go, oh, this is this whole thing where people try to scare you, and it's impossible to like surprise me throughout all of those things. Like people, they shake the cans and stuff. They'll jump practically on you, and I just don't even flinch. And I'm like, okay, that's good to know about me. That when I'm expecting to be like somebody jumping out, I'm fine. So I'm happy with that. But I love going to them because I loved like.
Right.
And then it's like I'm a security camera walking through. Like I'm just watching all the people around me just like fall to their knees, and it's fucking it's like one of my favorite things. But anyway, Josh, what you got coming up? Tell the people where they can find you.
I mean, for anybody who lives in Northern California, I got a show at the San Francisco Punchline on April 24th. And then this Wednesday, I'll be with our old friend TK Comedian, as he's known on Facebook, at Smiles
I keep
Comedy
trying to
Club.
tell him that TK thing is just not working.
Yeah.
You gotta put a full fucking name. He hates it when I put his last name on anything.
Madison? Is
Yeah,
it? Yeah.
he
I
hates
remember
that.
I haven't
And I'm
really
like, dude,
even
because
seen that name
TK
or heard that
doesn't
name
help.
since he gave me his card for the first
Yeah,
time.
because what am I gonna Google TK? They're gonna
I
think.
don't-
Oh, did you mean TY as in thank you? Yeah,
'Cause
we'll
he
show
does-
you emoticons.
I
Like, go ahead
wonder
and fucking.
because his TK Comedian page isn't even one of those pages that you can like. So it's not even like this is my TK Comedian site, and then he also has a TK Madison site. Like he never ever goes back to Madison.
Yeah, it's weird. Anyway, so here
But yeah,
this
so I'll be
Wednesday
with
at
him on
Smiles.
Smiles.
That'll be
that's
the
in
11th.
North Hollywood, right?
North
Studio
Hollywood,
City.
Sherman Oaks.
Studio
yeah,
City,
whatever,
Sherman
yeah.
Oaks. Hey, just make it.
They're
Smiles
all
Comedy Club.
places.
Wednesday, 8 o'clock.
Smiles Wednesday.
And then yeah, the San Francisco Punchline, and then the guy that puts me up at the Purple Onion, his name's Jabari Davis. Shout out. In November he wants me to headline, so that'll be 30,
Hey.
40
Awesome.
minutes up at
Congratulations.
Purple Onion. So pretty. Yeah,
Congratulations,
woo, go
man. Awesome.
And then again, that should, in Josh's mind, the goal is to be able to move back by December, and go out on that headlining gig. Because really, when I moved back last November, I moved back. I did a show there the 27th. Did about 12 minutes, and thus started my year back home. And then boom,
The Great Exodus.
a year later, walking out on a headlining note with that under my belt on the resume,
Good stuff.
just going right back
Good.
to LA. And
Resume.
the resume.
Yeah.
So yeah.
From Frisky Dingo.
That's Josh. Add me.
We
on,
hear
the,
resume.
on the internet, Twitter.
Oh yeah, Big Play Walge on Twitter. I tweet a lot about sports. Mitch, don't follow me.
Big Play Wald?
Walge. It's it was my Xbox Live
WALDGE.
Yeah, it was my Xbox Live gamer tag.
Boy.
Where quite a few NFW conundrums were entered into the equation.
Oh yeah, no, I Xbox Live. My
Yeah,
sister.
I eventually just
my
broke
niece
my
has got that. My
microphone, so
sister
I was
was
like,
like,
"You know
they
what?"
want a headset. I was like, let me just tell you, if you get
Yeah.
them a headset, they're
They're
gonna be
gonna
called
hear
sluts
this,
and
this,
whores,
this,
and
and this.
everyone's gonna call them a white nigger faggot whore.
And then of course Facebook is if I know you, like you can see my funny stuff.
You don't have a page set up.
No,
You
I
just have your
don't. I don't
profile.
do that thing.
Oh man, you got to get on
You
that.
can email me if you want.
Do you turn on subscriptions so people can subscribe? I started doing that. I stopped
think I
accepting
did
friend
that.
requests and turned on subscriptions. So I'm like, if you want to see what I'm saying, you can see it. If that's why you're adding me.
But you're also sending.
But
a
if I
message
add
that you're not
you-
being their friend. Like,
yeah,
you think-
exactly. Because if I add them, then I have to see what they're talking about. And it's like, I don't give a fuck what you have to say. You want to see what I have to say? Go ahead. I keep everything public.
I'm glad that's a new
and
element
allow people
to
to,
what I think of
subscribe.
now from Facebook. Like a new
Yeah.
whole, oh, you're subscription worthy, or you're not friend worthy, or not.
No, that's how it is now.
No, no,
Yeah,
no. I don't
seriously.
have to approve subscriptions. They just
Yeah.
happen.
Do you
In fact,
subscribe to people?
Nope.
Huh.
No.
It's very one.
No, but I do hide a lot of people's. I do hide a lot. Like if you post about astrology more than twice, I'll either delete you or hide you, depending
That's a
on
very
who you
specific like requirement to be.
No,
I
not
don't
really.
think I've done it once,
If you,
so I'm like two
or
away.
if I see you repost a bullshit factoid that I've already got information
from Snapple.
and I post in the comment thing, that's bullshit. Here's the story, and they don't reply with "Thank you for letting me know." deleted immediately.
Damn.
That's it. You get about 20 minutes to
It's all
fix
about
your mistake.
survival on Mitch's friends list.
Yeah, that's right.
We
It's
keep
an
that
elite
shit-
club,
Why
man.
not make it
Stalin
that
ass
Because I
purges,
can't have
son.
that.
You got the purges.
It's socially irresponsible to spread bullshit when you know it's bullshit. So if I
guess so.
point it out and you don't make a correction or a retraction
it makes a good
or ideally a new post to tell people, hey, sorry about the last thing. Turns out this is the real story.
That's why I post about
Then
pooing.
then I fucking you're deleted. That's it.
I
That's
wish
all there
more
is to it.
people were okay with like poo statuses because it's a lot of my life is.
That's why you're hidden from my
Right,
my page. I was like, no more of that.
And
No, actually, I
sports,
don't
yeah.
actually see you on. I don't know if we're friends on page. I guess we are, but
Like,
I
I
don't ever
pooed-
see your.
I pooed before I showered the other day. It's a
I
mistake.
don't want to hear about
No
any
one
of
was
this.
there. No one was
Listen,
there.
we
right?
don't.
Just living in the aroma.
It's okay. I can do this. You
That's
see, and
gross.
now
That's gross.
now we've censored.
Look what
Josh.
you've done.
See
Look
how-
what you've
how
done.
it goes.
Look, this is why you
Good.
get blocked.
Yeah.
This is why you get blocked. This is- you
On the
get blocked.
podcast, nobody can hear you talk about fecal matter.
You are done.
Yep, that's how that works.
Done.
Tedrick, what you got going on?
This Friday, the 13th.
I'll go ahead and crank you up so you can
Friday,
hear Josh in the
the
background.
13th.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Friday, the 13th.
Sunday, see the terror of death. You buy the whole seat, but you only need the edge.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Flappers, Yoo-Hoo Room, 9:30, jokes for day.
What day is that?
That's a Friday. Friday the 13th. It should be a real good show. Man,
Poor
Sam
Josh.
Conroe is putting on a show there.
Sam is very funny.
He's
I've
a
seen
funny
him
guy.
a few times before.
And I think should be rolling out some new material, getting ready to.
If I was in town, I would be there. That's how you know it's
boom.
open.
That's good stuff. So Flappers 9:30 Friday. Mitch, what you got?
I'm just, in the streets, so to speak.
In the halls.
I'm just going to put echo on Josh's voice. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? To fuck with Josh is this.
What?
What is it?
There we go. No, just kicking it. Just kicking it.
Good stuff.
Give me the souls. Have you guys ever seen that?
Look at no one. I can't take
Where
this
the guy
seriously.
calls the shoe store and
It's
goes, I
not-
want the souls.
It's not just.
How many souls come in each pair of shoes? Because
It's
I
not-
want them.
it's
I
not-
want them both, the souls.
It's not just the voice. It's just the
I
fact
feel like
you
my-
got this silly
Yeah,
ass
it's
grin in your face.
I can't take you seriously. Damn it, Mitch. Take this off. I can't take myself seriously.
seriously.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Yeah.
do this show anymore. Good night, everyone. How are you gonna ruin my old
Old
self-respect?
self-respect. God damn it, Mitch. You son of a
Sounds like
bitch.
Cat Williams.
I don't even recognize myself. Let go. I'm gonna stop talking.
I think next time when Teddy gets like really pissed and he starts doing his like, those like really loud rants where he scream about everybody. I'm just going to hit that note.
No, damn it. I promise the second I hear this shit, I'm not gonna say nothing.
I don't think we've heard Teddy's real voice.
Hey, you know what?
3 minutes.
I'll just say this. Actually, Mitt Romney made a really good point the other day about homosexuals, and I feel like he's got a real chance. You know what I mean? Obama's getting a little.
Fall for your bait, you son of a bitch.
I'm not.
Obama's getting a little long in the tooth. His solution to everything is big government. I don't think
Josh.
that's.
Say something about sports. Say
The Raiders don't pick until the 95 pick in the.
NFL. What you know about Bo Jackson and Tecmo Bowl? Oh God, I'm jumping.
The Lakers are
Mitch,
good.
close
Okay,
out
I'm
the
sorry.
show before we
All right,
lose
we're
the rest
good.
of Rip Off
Yeah,
Mitch Mevin.
exactly.
Man,
I'm
it's
sorry.
a lot of fun to turn people into chipmunks just willy nilly like that.
Hey, you made me think of that movie.
That's
and
my new
really
favorite
was my
thing to
goal
do.
For this
What's
week.
that?
I said you made me remember that Chipmunks movie, and that was my goal for this week.
Your goal was to remember the Chipmunks movie?
Yeah, and I'm there.
We're the boys of rock and roll and the girls of rock and roll. That was the song on there. That shit was in my head.
When they were like a
It's
set
earworm.
Word. All right. Well,
Riffopolis.
thank you guys for joining us for Straight Riffin'. We'll be back again next week with a very special guest, one of the most famous people
this
we've
week was
ever
not
had on the show. Not a comedian. Will be interesting to see what comes out. And we might end up taking a short break towards the end of the month so that we can move to a new studio.
New headquarters. New Riffin.
That means in 6
Head-
months,
New
Josh will
Riffin
be back for the new
headquarters.
studio.
Boom.
Oh,
The convenient thing is we'll be able to buzz people in for fucking once in their life. I'll have an extra parking space so we don't ever have to worry about them traveling around
Why
the
can't
About
neighborhood.
to get
Buzz people in now,
upgraded,
doesn't that work?
Riffopolis.
They can bring people, like friends of theirs that aren't going to be on the podcast who can hang out in the living room.
room for more Riffalonians.
It's going to be it's literally everything that we don't have here that we've asked for, the heavens, and we'll have it. So
Lord knows I get
in a
it, my
short
prayer.
while. It's going to be awesome.
Got you
And when you
popping
come
off
to
like bottle
town,
caps.
you can even stay in the podcast studio. I'll
Air
have an air
mattresses.
mattress, and
nice. An
so
extra
you
spot
can
for-
yeah
Hopefully,
save you
I
a
just,
save you a trip
move
to the
here
hotel.
soon.
That would be much better.
Get your own spot, you bum.
Now that I've picked your bones dry on that one.
All right.
Okay, well I
Bone
think we're good.
Good night, bitches.
Thank you. Good night. Thanks for listening to Straight Riffin'. You can catch all past and future episodes of Straight Riffin' on the official website riffin.net, riffin.net. Keep in mind, we do air live every Monday night from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific Time. That's 10 p.m. to midnight for you East Coasters. You can actually watch that right on Facebook, on our fan page, facebook.com/straightriffin. Like us, check out the Ustream page. You can even chat while we're doing the show. That's how we interact with the fans. We thank you so much for listening. Check out riffin.net. Buy my album. Buy Teddy's album. We'll catch you again next time. And rip the fuck on, bitches!